Going live. Fox will be very disappointed in me, but I don't care. I forgot to pre-prep the We're Live post again.
Well, I posted some stuff, so hey. I posted on Tumblr, Facebook, and Twitter. Hey!
Yeah, I post an hour to a half hour in advance, and then I just like reshare the post, and it's like, we're live now.
I need to share the post.
Part of normally like 5 minutes before I'll get the post ready that says we are live, and then so I just have to click share when we go live.
Well,
which, to be clear, whenever I say Fox, right? Whenever I say Fox is going to yell at me, he doesn't genuinely get angry or anything. He just
don't lie to us.
He gives me
you
shit.
can tell us the truth.
I don't like giving him the ability to give me shit because he is an Aries, so he will jump on it.
Right. I get it.
He will be like, yes, do the thing. You didn't do the thing. Woman. I'm like, sir.
Shush. Shushers. Shushers. Shushers.
Nobody asked you except me because I asked you to yell at me, but that's not the point.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm literally sitting here just like editing my next video. Like, okay.
I'm so jealous because I can't like edit my videos while I stream because my computer's just like, no, bitch. The edit, like Sony Vegas will lag, and then I'm like, I'm not going back to the days of laggy video editing. Not doing it again.
I'm literally just getting it, the audio linked up so I can send it off to Grace. But it's being a slow ass bitch. So probably because we've got all this other stuff going on. Slow ass bitch. And it's frozen on me looking high, like, so that's the still frame of the video right now.
So, I just saw your still frame. But also, Fox had DM me. He's like, I see you're running late. Remember to post your stream and CC. And then he goes, so goddamn angy. Which is now an inside joke because I don't remember why, but I just went on Note one day and Fox had left a note that says, I'm so angry. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you angry? What happened? And so now
so threatening.
It is.
That's cute though.
It is cute.
I love it. Now that's our running thing. But I think it also represents his true emotion towards me. He never gets angry. He just gets angry.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
He, like Chris, has also long accepted that I'm an oversharer. So, like, 90% of everything is up for grabs for me to just randomly spout.
Oh, man, that's me as well. And then Cliff will be like, did you talk about that? And I'm like, yes, I know to push.
Right? Although, like, see, I do feel like I have a pretty good filter of when people tell me things. I can tell what they don't want other people to know. So then, like, you know, I don't overshare other people's business. But if it's, like, my business or, like, you know, my friends say something that I think is funny, I'll tell the whole fucking world. I don't care. And so, like, my more private friends have kind of accepted that.
Yeah.
I just realized, sorry, my charger was under my laptop. I'm a whole ass mess today, everybody. Let me tell you, yesterday I could not fall asleep before 1:30 in the afternoon. Like, I'm laying in bed in the dark and I'm just like, fuck it. So I start watching Netflix and like Chris is like, why aren't you asleep yet? And I'm like, I don't know. So finally at 1:30,
You tell me, fix this for me.
Chris went back to work today. And so I had the kids and I'm like, I didn't even sleep till like 2 yesterday. And I only got like 4 hours of sleep. So I should be good to go. Taking care of the kids today. I got all the way through. The kids had their after school meetings and stuff. And then I was like, Gabriel, like twice, he was like, hey mom, I want lunch. And I'm like, go make your hot pocket. And he's like, but I want to wait for you. And I'm like, no baby, don't wait for mommy, just eat your food. It was like, so cute.
Are you sure?
I'm like, no, it's gonna be like 5 hours, dear. Eat lunch without mommy. And then he just like laid, like, if I'm in bed like this, he was just like right here, my little parrot, the entire time I was like dozing in and out. So it was adorable.
That's sweet.
We will say hello to peoples. Like the stream, I will strike you down with righteous. I don't know
It's
if
not
he
an
teams up with
exaggeration.
CD, it might happen. 'cause
Yeah, it's
she's
not
the
an
no dude.
exaggeration.
Take
That
out
is
Watch out.
diabolical.
Hi, thanks for the like. Hey. I gotta take my rare victories when I get them. Hi. Woohoo. Yes, we were running late for various reasons.
I wasn't for once
Yeah.
No, she
in
was.
my
She
life.
was very. She was early. She beat
But to
me
be
here,
fair,
like,
I'm wearing a robe and what I slept in. So I mean, like,
So
I don't give a fuck.
this is the first live stream I've been to. Oh, welcome. We hope
Welcome.
that we entertain you.
Yeah.
So yes, we're doing a chat and chill. So it's very like the last time Jenna and I did a chat and chill, we were like in our robes and I had like my hair up. I can't find my robe today, so you just get the
Snuggle. The snuggle
snug.
life.
The snuggle is real. It's like a play on the struggle is real, but the snuggle is real.
And butter size.
Yes, butter size.
And my new
I'm just wearing
robe
a
for my
regular
birthday.
Yes, I'm gelling. I want a big fuzzy robe.
Yeah.
The only robe I have is silky, which is great, but also fuzzy. I need a fuzzy one.
Right.
Sophie's outfit is getting low.
Thank you. I was actually wearing a skirt, but then it was squeezing my waist too much, and I changed back into leggings. So, which you never would have
Fair.
known if I wouldn't have told you. But I wanted to know.
We all need to know all the things.
Right. We're the oversharers, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Jesus is going to be taking notes on us. I
I think that's Jesus.
Yeah.
Look, so my husband's name is Christopher, and his mom one time she texted me because I work conventions out of state, and since I manage them, my boss flies me out sometimes, so I don't have to drive. But and so she was like, "Has Christ picked you up from the airport?" And I was like, "Babe, did you know you're Christ?" And he was like,
He's like, yeah, I did.
He's like, Asher the fuck ain't, but okay.
He knew. He was just being
He's
modest.
so he's confident that he's like on that level of divinity, but he's not on that level of nice. So
okay. So like
no.
the Antichrist.
Yeah, if you called him like Lucifer, he'd be down with that.
Me too. See, this is why we get along. We get each other.
All the oversharers.
Hey, represent.
For what it's worth, Jenna, I thought you had a nice fashionable red sweater. I would have never known.
That is so
That's
kind
fair.
of you, and it goes to show how highly you think of me when I'm at home, not giving a fuck. Thank you, but no, if I'm at home, stuck in this house, I'm fashionable, nice, no, comfy, bag of shit, yes.
I have like faded lipstick and some smudgy eyeshadow because I recorded a video this morning and then I napped in it. So. I was far too lazy to put on foundation though. I was like, you know what? I didn't wear any makeup my first video, and this is my kind of anniversary video, so fuck it. Who needs foundation?
Yeah, I just slapped on a little bit of just the bare minimum makeup, and I'm wearing what I slept in, and no fucks given. No
to be fair, 90% of my streams I'm wearing what I slept in. Nobody just knows.
Yeah. Or they all know and they support it.
Yeah.
I support it.
I support it too.
Okay, so we're almost 10 minutes in, so you two should go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Sophie, you go first.
Okay. I always forget that I'm going to have to do this, and then I hope I can pull my intro out of my brain cavity. I'm Sophie Lina B. I'm a writer and a freelance illustrator. I am currently working on my debut novel, which is an illustrated young adult fantasy romance called The Rebel Bard. I post about it on my Instagram, which should be linked below. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I will go. My name is Jenna Moreci. I have a YouTube channel called Writing with Jenna Moreci, where we talk about writing, we talk about the writing industry, and I talk about tropes that I like and dislike, and I make tons of dick jokes, and I say fuck a lot. I am also a #1 best-selling dark fantasy author. You could check out The Savior's Sister and The Savior's Champion, right now, all over the place. The Save Your Sister audiobook is coming very soon, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. So yeah, that's me. Hello, small human. We need another intro.
Yeah.
Okay. And hello, I am writing Mom Samantha L. Nasset on my channel, which is here. I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. I also host these live streams every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can follow all the things, know all the things if you sign up to my newsletter down below. I also have a Ko-fi if you want to, give money to support this very cute face right here.
The former vampire.
Former vampire. Well, he still is a vampire. He just has more teeth too.
He's a vampire incognito.
Yeah, go ahead, say hi into the mic.
Hi.
Hi!
This is one of the children that makes me the writer mom. He's been very glued to me today, so.
Aww.
Do you want to sit here or do you want to go? You want to sit here? Okay. We may have to readjust though, because I am a tiny person.
His face. He's like, you're a tiny person.
Like, what
I'm a tinier person.
He is like 3/4 my size already, and he's only 7.
Oh my god.
Alright, so let's see what chat's saying. I don't remember if I put this up, but I'm putting it up again if I did.
Oh, we love you too, CB.
We love you too.
I was talking about the place I work in a live stream once, and the girls were like, maybe don't tell people how to stalk you. Right? There was like, Chris said the name of our city on a stream, and I just like went like this. And he was like, oops. Sir, I'm gonna have to kill you now. The Antichrist and an immortal goddess. Yes, thank you.
Yes, that's so true. I didn't even consider that.
I agree. Just imagine what we've produced, the power they hold. What are you doing?
True.
Oh, I love the Savior Sister and the Savior's Champion. Yes,
Thank you.
definitely.
I'll do.
Genuinely
Thank
my
you.
favorite dark fantasy romance. Everybody.
Thank you. I'm working on TSA. I just wrote a scene. I'm trying to, like, I don't know. Bang, bang, bang. I just wrote a scene that involves things, body parts. I'll just put it that way. I'm gonna stop now.
We're writing all the sexy things, y'all, and it's so good. Like normally I literally just skim or read past sexy parts, but no. These ones I am very pulled into.
I'm glad. Thank you. I'm trying to rectify all the yuck people do because
Yes.
I've read a lot. I've read a lot of scenes that made me go, I'm trying to rectify that.
Do we have a lot of chat? Yeah, a lot of chat. Oh, I nearly forgot. The other day in my French class, I learned mercredi means Wednesday. Who posts on Wednesday? Jenna Moreci. Moreci, mercredi connection. Anyone?
That's funny. My last name's actually Sicilian, but it's still cool.
They're both Latin-based languages. Well,
there you go.
yes. I was like, wait, is it? And I'm like, it's Italian. Yes. Because for a moment, I was like, names exist outside of language. They don't count. Yeah, somebody typed hi. Oh, you want to type hi. Okay, go get your phone. He wants to type hi in chat. So
Everyone say hi back.
You better say hi back.
Oh,
we will fight you.
He corrected me very like offendedly. He's like, I don't want to say hi in chat. I just want my phone. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Excusez-moi. Yeah, I'll call it.
No, but I found my phone.
Oh, you found it already?
Yeah, and I just wanted to.
Okay.
I found it.
Okay. Well, then are you going to get it?
No, but I just forgot to pause.
Oh, you forgot to pause your video. Okay. You coming back over? You could have come over on the other side without the cord.
But
Sit right
where's the
there.
fun in that? Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, right there, because you were making my thigh go numb. So now you're gonna be right here. I'll just scooch. Oh, a belated happy birthday! Yes, everybody wish Jenna a belated happy birthday because this is low key also her like a birthday thing.
Yeah, my birthday was on Friday and we celebrated yesterday. Oh, I'm so glad you're excited for the Savior's Army. I am about 75 pages into it, so yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and they are 75 amazing pages.
Thank you. I'm excited. Is my video done exporting? Come on, video.
Girl, don't tell me you clicked away right as I did a thing. Get your ass back in the stream real quick.
Wait, am I not in the stream?
No, you're in the stream. I just need you to look at it.
Oh, have it. Oh, thank you.
Like you went to check a thing.
I'm
right
like,
as I came up. Like, how dare you?
I'm sorry. I see it now.
Okay.
I see it. Thank you.
You want to say
very
happy
much-
birthday to Auntie Jenna?
Thank you. My own niece didn't even say happy birthday to me. My sister was like, "Do you want to say happy birthday to Auntie Jenna?" She was like, "No."
Oh,
Toddlers be that way though.
I support her. She wanted to say hi to Butters, so I get it.
oh.
I'd want to say hi to Butters over
A
me as well.
priority.
Right. I get it.
That's fair when you're 3. She's 3, right? Or is she 2?
Like 2.5.
Ah. Well, we'll say a very, very belated happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm down. Yes, Capricorn season. I'm down with wishing anybody a happy birthday that wants a happy birthday. I don't care. Your birthday could have been in like September.
May.
I'll still do it.
My birthday was never.
Birthday. Birthdays are awesome. What?
Ooh.
Oh, you don't have lunch for tomorrow? What do you want to do about it? Okay. Well, you have my permission to just buy something on the way to work. Chris is having a crisis right now. He just realized he doesn't have lunch for tomorrow.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Gabriel heard the oh no and he went, oh no. Oh, Sophie, because I was talking to Gabriel. Did you promote your February writer romance? I'm pretty sure that's not the order of those, but the thingy you did.
Romance writer February.
Yes, Romance writer February.
I still have to do my post for today, but like I kept looking at Instagram going, I'm supposed to do a thing.
Oh, I didn't. Then, did I mention it in the stream? Is that what you were asking?
Oh,
I didn't mention it.
Well, mention it now.
Okay,
do
people. I'm running a challenge on Instagram called Romance Writer February. I have a list of prompts for every day in February that are related to romance writing, asking questions about your book if you're a writer, and opinions about books. Yeah, so it's meant for you to make a post every day in February, and a ton of people are using the hashtag, so you can post in the tag, and other romance writers can find your posts, and you can go through the tag and find other romance writers' posts. It's been really fun so far, so you should definitely check it out.
I'm doing it, and I'm awesome, so peer pressure.
Exactly.
You should do it too.
I shared all of the posts that were posted before the stream started on my Insta stories, so
yeah, I've been going through and sharing.
I hope to continue to do that every day for February, but we'll see. We'll see how many people join in.
I was going to be sharing every post all month on my story, but so many people are joining that I'm like, I don't know if I can do this for like 30 days. No one's going to watch my story anymore. But that's a good thing because that means so many people are joining.
Right? I was like,
oh, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, like, going with Sophie, I was like, yeah, like, when I went on the tag and it was, like, fewer than 100 posts, I was like, I got this. Then I'm like, I didn't realize that meant, like, 99.
I got this. We'll see. I'm doing day one, posting all the posts for day one at least.
Matt commented, join it, and I thought he said joined, and I was like, this is not that kind of stream. Matt.
They're all allergic to that.
You know, it's not about the ganja here, but I mean, it could be. I don't give a fuck. But
it was great. Matt, see, the thing is, I was going to say August, but I was like, no, because that's too obviously my birthday month. So
Yeah.
I went with September, which was the next one over. So there was nothing against August.
Really, she was just being kind because the only birthday that matters is mine. So
I see everybody like went the opposite direction of what because I was like going backwards. I was like December, November, October, September, August. But y'all went the other way. Like those are future birthdays. Working on books are hard. I'm working on a sci-fi novel right now, almost finished. There will be no marketing. No, you gotta market.
You gotta market that book.
No marketing. Don't make that mistake.
Joint.
Look, all y'all August Leos and Virgos. Of course, the August Leos and Virgos are going to be the ones pedantic about the month I picked. I should have said March.
Someone
So,
say,
fuck with that, yeah.
someone say, I'm in late happy birthday.
Yeah, somebody said, oh, is that it? Should I click that one?
Yes.
Okay, Gabe wants me to click this one.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Elbows. Hi. Hello.
Happy birthday.
Well, it's at this point I feel I should say my streams frequently go 18 older, and I am not held accountable for anybody else watching.
Yeah, all of us here are right adult and give it career advice for adults. So I mean, my advice for a 13-year-old would be, you know, to wait on publishing and to just focus on honing your craft. So
Yeah, keep writing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be publishing personally.
Also, there's a lot of free marketing stuff,
Mhm.
which is what I'm doing. I can't afford marketing either, and I'm 30.
There's tons of free marketing. But yeah, I just, as a teenager, I wrote a lot, and I just, you know, collected stories, honed my craft, and waited for publication until I was older so that I could manage the business end of it as well. And I'm very, very, very glad I did that.
Yes. So come back next month and let me know, and you'll get a birthday shout out on the stream.
Right.
I'm still small enough I can do that. Once I get like bigger, I don't know if I can do it anymore. But for now I can.
Jessica says she's a Gemini and everyone hates her. I want to make sure it's known that Gemini is my favorite sign.
We love Geminis here, and you know that this is my Gemini.
Yes.
Right here. It's my Gemini.
Little baby vampire. I love Geminis. They're my favorite sign. My man's a Gemini. Layla from The Savior Sister is a Gemini. I fucking love Gemini.
I will just also,
and people who hate Geminis are just fucking, you know what? It's the signs who hate Geminis are the signs that a lot of people like, but then the signs that I'm trying to say this the nicest way, it's going to come out all wrong. The signs that a lot of people like are the signs that I like the least. And it's those signs that are like, Gemini suck. And I'm like, your sign fucking sucks. And everyone acts like you're normal and cool, but you're a fucking
right? How dare they? Now, I should add a little asterisk disclaimer. I will give shit to every single sign I am related to or live with because I live with you bitches. I know. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny because when it comes to Zodiac, the signs that everyone doesn't like or says, you know, like Scorpios, Gemini, Aquarius, I'm like, those are my people. Like, they're cool. And then the signs that everyone likes, I'm like, okay,
Not gonna lie, ever since I was a young child.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I was a young kid, I liked the idea of Scorpios, and it wasn't until I was older that I realized it's because the stereotype of Scorpio is like the ultimate edgelord, and I'm like, huh. But fun fact, in mine and Chris's relationship, I am the edgelord, and he is so far from an edgelord, it can't be funny. Like, it's just nothing there's nothing edgelordy about my husband. But me, I'm the embodiment. So
it's funny because I don't know a single edgelord Scorpio, but that is the stereotype. Every Scorpio I know is like I don't know, soft and sweet.
They're
And
like, it came out of a romance novel, is what it is. It's a romance novel protagonist. That's Scorpio.
right.
I just remembered Sophie's a Scorpio, so we're
I mean, all these things sound real still. Like, all these things check out. So I'm like not an edgy person, really. At all, so.
yes, it's true.
Scorpios are for sure my favorite water sign. To be fair, water signs are not great, but they're the so it's like a very easy hill to climb. But I do.
The bar was low, but
the bar was low. But I'm not saying like they just barely made it over. I mean, like Scorpio's like one of my favorite signs. Period. So it's like I really like Scorpio. Than the other water signs, it's like we don't know her.
I feel bad about Michael's Zodiac because when I found out that like his due date, I was like, damn it, he's gonna be a Libra. And one day he will find out my dislike of Libras in general, and he'll just be like, really, Mom? And I'm like, I'm a Virgo, okay, you're too indecisive for my life.
To be fair, I'm an air sign and I'm not crazy about Libras. I find Libras and this is not your son, okay? Like
no, he's a Libra. He is so a Libra, but I love him, so it's fine.
Okay, then I won't say what I'm gonna say then. Never mind.
Oh no, you can go ahead and say it.
I find Libras very phony, but that's just me.
Oh no, he's very genuine. Like he thankfully does not get that. He's too genuine for this life, let me tell you. He's also the only one of my children who I will get into a war of stubborn for like hours. Like that's one of the things I love about Geminis. This little one, he's quick to anger, but he's also quick to forgive and quick to move on. Michael will remind you of shit that happened 2 weeks ago. And you're like, child, we have moved on with our life. Why?
Geminis are very, like, I describe them as like squirrel, you know, like that. And I love that. It's fun. And it's like the you know, you don't really know what to expect. It's fun. And it means that communication can be difficult at times, but they get over things and they're quick to move on to the next thing. And you always have fun with them because like Cliff is the kind of person where when we go to the library, he's there like, look at all the things, you know? And we're like at every single shelf and I'm there holding books for him. And he's like, what about this one? And it's just adorable. I love it.
Yes. And then Roxy is a Sagittarius who she'll get angry and she'll be like, it's always such an over dramatic anger that I just can't take it seriously half the time, which is fine because like 2 minutes later she's fine again and she doesn't care. So it's just like, but like she has 2 different kinds of anger. She's got the over dramatic anger where she's not like genuinely angry, she's just being dramatic, and then she gets like upset angry, but it's more sad than angry. So just in case anybody's worried, I'm not taking
couch kind of anger.
Yes. Like I do take my children's emotions seriously. It's just sometimes there's too much emotion and I gotta let them deal with it.
Well, sometimes at the end of the day, they are kids, and kids get upset about things that are kind of silly.
Yeah, you agree? Yeah, he agrees.
He agrees because he's a Gemini and he knows his shit.
He knows. The thing refreshed, so I have to scroll back up a bit. I'm 34, and anytime I think about marketing, my wallet cries. Y'all, build an Instagram following. Yeah. Participate in things like Sophie's romance writer February. I don't know. Somebody the words. Thank you.
Yes.
That challenge. Excuse me. That's like a great way to market, especially if like you're also sharing other people's posts. Then they might be like, oh hey, this person's sharing my shit. Maybe I'll share their shit too. That's how it goes. So. I
would just like to put it out there that I spent $0 on marketing for my debut novel, and I was able, $0. I had to think about it. I spent $0 on marketing for my debut novel, and I was able to make it, my full-time job after that. I'm not saying that that's how it works for everyone, but I am saying that you don't have to dump a ton of money into marketing in order to make this a business. I don't spend $0 on marketing anymore. I spend money on marketing, but I have the money to market now. So, it's different now. But the point is that it's possible. You just have to be business savvy and smart and understand that this is an industry and this is not just a place to, people will release their book and be like, buy it. And then like, no one's buying it. That's because Do you know how many books are out there? What are the odds that they're going to find yours and take a chance on yours? You have to, use your brain.
You gotta
use your
hoe
head.
yourself louder than the other book hosts.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And be a smart hoe, not just a loud hoe.
Yes. Smart. Yeah, that's very true. There are some loud hoes that you're just like,
Yes.
Or the hoes who are crying and they're like, oh, I got my first 3-star review, and they post like a crying rant, and it's like, all you're doing is
Like,
bringing attention to that review. You're not helping yourself.
I imagine, because I am extremely pragmatic as a Virgo, I'll get a 3-star review and I'll just be like, yes, the average have found me. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm a Capricorn. I just realized I was meant to be Sagittarius. Are you like a borderline? Because that happens sometimes. Like, I feel like part of the reason I get along more with Michael than I do other Libras is because he's a
Whisper?
Are you dancing? Yeah, you dancing. It's because he's an October Libra, not a September Libra. So he's like closer to the Scorpio border,
Right.
which is probably why he's so damn petty. Because I haven't like. Anyway, now that I think about it, Gemini to Cliff and Layla, yes.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, who's the Virgo rep? Raphael. I go, such mixed feelings. He's very Virgo though. Cannot deny.
He is very Virgo, but you will. I have a feeling
Loving
that
him more in TSA. So
I was gonna say I have a feeling that your mixed feelings will become non-mixed eventually, but I don't want to say in what direction.
This implies I might hate him, and I'm like,
I feel like I will tell you what they are.
I mean, I think you know what direction it's gonna go. I just didn't want to say it on the stream.
Yeah. Mentions their teen writer, me, steps out of the shadows. Hello there. Yes. Oh, this is CB, our local teen writer who knows her audience. She is her audience. Look, I only don't get along with Aries. Oh, that makes me so sad.
I love Aries.
Aries are one of my favorite signs.
Me too.
Like there's a misconception that like Aries have to be domineering in the leaders and stuff, but literally every Aries I know is perfectly comfortable with just like taking a follower role, and it's because they're the soldier sign. So and as a soldier, they're good with following or leading, and like my sister Tabby, she's a very Aries. I'm trying not to eat my mic, but my child keeps laying on it. So she's a very Aries, and when my parents are being indecisive about dinner, she'll just be like, "Fine, we're eating this," and she'll like literally.
I don't know if it's just me, but everything. Sorry, it was freezing for a second. It was freezing, but I'm unfrozen.
Are we good?
Yeah.
But then, like, when Tabby and Amber were over here, and we were like, when we were building my shelf and stuff, I take the instructions and like I just tell them what to do, and they just do it, and that's like how we've been our entire life. So I'm like, I don't understand this thing with people who don't like Aries because they're domineering, because they literally don't care. They're like, go ahead and tell me what to do. You can be in charge.
I think it's because I've been in situations like, for example, working with an Aries. I think Aries seem domineering to people who are very, okay, let me reword. I think Aries seem domineering to more like passive, go with the flow type people, and they don't seem domineering to people who are comfortable and used to leadership roles, because I'm used to being the person. I'm used to being the boss. Like I run my own company, I'm used to being the boss. All my Aries friends, they don't come across domineering to me whatsoever. But I have worked with Aries and they didn't come across domineering to me at all. But then when I would talk to other people, be like, oh my gosh, they're so pushy. Oh my gosh, they're so controlling. And I'm like, I think it's more like they seem normal when they're in like their own, they're with other sort of like-minded people, and then they come across domineering to people who are a lot more
yeah, I get you.
I'm trying to think of the word that's not me.
Passive. That are a lot more passive. Yeah, I was just sitting here and I was thinking, maybe that's why I don't find them domineering, because I'm like, I am domineering, so bitches, I know.
Right, yeah.
No, you stay over here. He was like getting ready to shift back toward the mic. Why do I feel like, oh, maybe she was. I don't remember what this contest was for.
Maybe
Leo
she was.
here, rawr.
That's not who I was
have a-
talking about, by the way. I wasn't talking about Sagittarius.
Oh, in the context of people who don't get along with Leos, or I don't. Or,
Oh no,
I
think they were
can't
talking
word
about me.
anymore.
They were talking about me when I said the signs that everyone likes. I don't think Sagittarius is that popular of a sign. I think they're kind of middle of the road. But there are certain signs that everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's just like such a good, nice sign. And I'm like, have you met them? I think they're like nice to your face, but they're not nice. They're fucking with you. You know?
Does trying to show and not tell have to do with passive and active sentences? I mean,
No.
maybe, but not really. It's not like dependent on them.
Yeah.
A passive sentence means that an action is happening to the subject, and an active sentence means that the subject is doing the action. For example, Gabriel closed the door is active. The door was shut is passive.
Mhm.
So,
and show and not tell is what it. I mean, it's just it's showing and not telling. So telling would be like Jenna loved Cliff, and showing would be, you know, they held hands while cuddling together, and she smiled, beaming, and nuzzled her.
I was gonna go so much more flowery. I was gonna be like, and showing as Jenna stared deeply into Cliff's eyes, her heart racing.
Yeah, go for it. You know, so
there's
so they're totally not related to one another.
Yeah. All Aries I've known equals Leo, but not. How dare? Although Aries and Leo are very similar, so I could see that.
They later said that they had a bad experience with an ex, so I think that's coloring their opinion. You know? Just remember that there are shitty people in every sign.
Yes.
So
oh my god.
It doesn't mean that the sign is, you know. I mean, like, I can think of some shitty ass Geminis, but it's still my favorite sign. It's just, you know, it's not a reflection of the whole sign.
Audra knows a mythical edgelord Scorpio. I need to meet the edgelord Scorpio. I'm so intrigued.
I know at least one. It's not me.
Yes. I gathered. Okay. I want to meet one. I'm an air sign. I get that Libras can be phony. Yeah. That's like a lot of the shit that Virgos get comes from the Virgos that genuinely lack tact because they just don't care enough to learn like how to not hurt people's feelings while being honest.
I know those Virgos, yes.
But
not you.
Oh yes, no, I am the other kind of Virgo where we're like, no, I just wanted to help you be a better person. I'm sorry. Let me figure out how to say it. Sir, he does not owe you. That was almost 10 years ago.
Oh, Scorpios. I love them.
Yes, his shirt is Spider-Man. He's got a lot of Spider-Man shirts. Do you like Spider-Man? Yeah.
Who doesn't? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that sounds right. I think she's talking about the story with Squirrel and Cliff and shopping.
I love it. I think it's adorable.
I haven't actually looked up my family signs, but I think every sign has found their role in it. That's fair. He does not owe you lunch. He does not owe you lunch.
I'm gonna take y'all out to lunch. Wait till I work and then take y'all out to lunch.
That's not how it happened. Also, you're way too up here about this. It's been 10 years. You're not getting lunch. Just move on with your life. Move on. Oh my gosh.
I love when I can just hear Chris yelling and I don't know what he's saying, but I can just hear him like laughing really loud.
So what happened is a friend of mine was coming into town and said that he was going to buy all of us lunch. But Chris was working 12-hour days and he was on second shift. So he like worked from, 3 to 3 in the morning. So my friend and I could not meet up at a time that would also allow Chris to get lunch. And Chris has harbored this grudge for almost a decade. Even though, like, it's very understandable why it didn't happen. Anyway. Be very careful what you promise a Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys mind if I really quickly grabbed a snack because I'm starving? Okay, I'll be back.
No,
Look
eating.
at things. Yeah, how smarter, not harder. No,
That
it came out
exactly
perfect.
right. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's exactly what I meant.
I was due the 21st December. It was born January 1st. Ah, yes. Excuse me. I'm good with Aries, but it's my rising sign and my mom's Aries. Yeah, I feel like I get along with certain signs better just because I was raised with them. And so if I wasn't raised with them, we might not gel as much.
I actually don't know my family's signs. I know that my dad is a Virgo. Yeah, that's about it.
My dad's a Leo, my mom's a Sagittarius. And then both my sisters are Aries, so all of those are fire signs. So you had like 4 fire signs and then me, the little earth. But that's
my mom
okay.
is a Gemini, apparently.
That's a good sign. Both my grandparents, like my mom's parents, have lived with us, well, with my parents my whole life. And they're both Virgos. So it was just 4 fire signs and then us 3 Virgos.
Mm-hmm.
But my grandma is largely the one who taught me when to hold like my opinions, because she's like, always give your honest opinion, but don't give an opinion nobody asked for. So if nobody asked for your opinion, they don't need your opinion. But if they ask, so I'm just like, don't ever ask me anything unless you want to know, because I'm gonna let you know. So
that is such wisdom.
Yeah. Oh, are you sad Jenna's gone? She'll be back. We'll let her know that you were sad that she left, though. I'm an Aries, and a classmate of mine whose past was a Capricorn. Would we be an okay match? I don't know. That's like, Stig's a Capricorn, and yesterday or 2 days ago, he was like, "What's a good match for Capricorn?" And I was like, "You're literally one of like 3 Capricorns I've ever gotten along with in my life." So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm very biased. I only know the half of the Zodiac that I, live with and care about. And then we discovered that apparently Capricorn and Virgo are like a match made in heaven, and so is Capricorn and Scorpio. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, this is why we get along.
Yeah.
Hello, Jenna.
Welcome Hello.
I returned with sustenance, and I shall
be
eating pizza. Leftovers. Leftover birthday pizza, because I am a gluttonous whore.
I can see why Taurus and Cancer would work together. I got nothing nice to say, but I see why they would work.
I saw that and I was like, I can't respond to this because
you guys
who I was talking about.
Elements, and I'm over here chanting the Avatar. It's great because like everybody who knows like my sign, they'd be like, yeah, or like when it comes to like Avatar elements, they're like, yeah, you'd totally be Earth Nation. And I'm like, nah, I'm Fire Nation, bitches. I'm too hot-headed for that life.
Right.
But I am definitely an Earth sign at the core. My Chinese zodiac is horse, which is like, I'm a fire metal horse, which means I'm a robot on fire. Unicorn thing. But yeah, so that explains quite a bit of my non-traditional Virgo antics.
I'm a bunny.
I'm a snake. Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. Oh, I love it. Sorry, I like snakes.
I like snakes too, actually.
They're so cute.
I know.
Shit, they're adorable.
One time, this is a fun story. My grandpa gave my mom some birthday money to buy whatever she wanted for herself. And she bought herself a corn snake because my mom loves snakes. We always kept snakes as pets.
I love that.
But my grandpa was like, that is the devil's animal. How could you buy that with my money? And he was so upset. We just
maybe I'm the devil.
Yeah, we just thought it was
funny.
Think
of that? Maybe Lucifer and I broke bread the other day.
When I was in kindergarten, my favorite animal was a cobra. I thought they were adorable. And when we would play zoo in kindergarten. I would always be a baby boy cobra named Booby.
Oh my gosh.
I was
would
a
be,
baby boy cobra
Jaguar.
named Booby.
Oh, no,
I
cheetah,
didn't-
something like that.
For what it's worth, I didn't understand what Booby meant, and I didn't know why people were like, adults were like, "Don't you want to pick a different name?" And I was like, "No, it's a cute name."
This is
I
a
get it
perfect-
now.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with little Jenna. I think Booby is the perfect name.
See, someone gets it.
Yeah.
Cobras, woo!
So, fun fact for you. He's a Gemini sneak.
Ooh. I think Cliff is a Gemini tiger.
Oh, Jenna, when you were gone, Gabriel was like, I'm sad Jenna's not here. It was like, you can play it back. I asked him, I was like, are you sad she's gone? And he went, yes. And I was like, we'll be sure to tell her.
That's
You were
my
sad.
Gemini love.
Yep.
See, we have a bond. Right, Gabe? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, bitch.
He's like, I can only sort of hear you people. I don't know if he's just gonna chill here the whole full 2 hours, but he like just sat next to me for 4 hours while I napped, so he might. I have to switch him to the other thigh at some point.
Or your legs.
My dad. See, I feel Virgo and Aries are a good pair. I know people who would argue against it, but I think it is. But that's also like because I appreciate. There's the thing about Aries that I genuinely appreciate that I can't really do with many, like if any other sign, and that's when me and my friend get into an argument, I can or me and my sister, I can literally just be like, "You're being a bitch right now. Stop it." And they do. They stop, and they're like, "You know what? My bad. You're right. I was being a bitch." And I'm like, no other sign takes it so well because, and like as a Virgo, I'm like, I don't. While I do know how to be tactful and I do care about other people's feelings, it's just like Aries literally just kind of go, you know what? You right, and they don't mind the tactlessness. So I'm like, I appreciate you so much. So it's like,
yeah, I have a favorite sign for each element, and I think for water, obviously Scorpio. For earth, obviously Virgo. For air, Gemini. And for what's the last one? Fire is Aries. I really like Aries. I like them. I'm sorry. I don't know why
my main
people
character
hate on them.
Nova's an Aries, and the other thing about Aries is despite their like outgoing and their confident nature and everything, they fluster so easy. It's adorable and I love it. No, I saw a comment. Gemini rabbit. So Michael's a Libra rabbit. So you are half of both of my boys. Which sounds weirder than I meant it, but it's Jessica, so she'll be fine with that statement. I am the rabbit that can't decide which side of the road to run on and get squished under the tire. No, Jess. Always run to me. There you go. A rat mergo. That's good. So, see, I think that like both your Western and your Chinese zodiac can like say a lot about you. Like my sisters are both Aries because they're April 11th and April 12th, but they're 1 year apart. So Tabby's a pig and Amber's a rat, and that does like they are two very different Aries. So even though they like follow a lot of the Aries traits, they also like Amber's very much more like a rat. She's very much more attention seeking and everything, and Tabby's very much let me just go in the shadow. Are you having a time there? And that's like pig and rat things. So it's
They
fascinating.
both absolutely play a role because I was looking up the Aquarius bunny. I know it's not called bunny, but I want to be a bunny. I was looking it up, and yeah, it makes a huge difference. And even I remember I was talking to one of my therapists. I've had a couple. So talking to one of them, and she was like, "Oh, here's a book about it." I'm like, "Okay, like it's just you're a doctor, and here's a book about it." She's like, "Yeah, I totally am into that stuff." So
I have it's a like Zodiac book that has all of the Chinese zodiac in it, and then in the back of the book it's also like and how this connects to your Western sign. And I'm like, so I was able to read Virgo horse in there, and it's all like Virgo horse basically creates a super being because it's like all of Virgos natural negatives like insecurity, shying away from the spotlight, not wanting to take like the leadership role because you don't want to, you know, make the people around you feel bad and stuff, completely negated by Horse, who's like very confident, very outgoing, very in the spotlight and all of this. And I'm like, haha, see, I'm so Virgo. I sought the Chinese sign to fix myself. So, and like
literally only. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, and like Horse's negatives are usually the fact that they're not grounded and that they're constantly moving, or they can't be satisfied with staying in place, or they don't have the attention span to like finish things and stuff. And that's Virgo's got that on lock. So, but it also means that like I need a home base, but I like crave travel, which I'm like checks out. Because like I don't want to like live a bunch of places, but I do like traveling, and if I don't travel like once a year, I get bored. And I mean, I don't even have to go far, or not bored but depressed. I don't even have to go far. We could just like go 2 hours over and see a park, and I'm happy. So it's fascinating. For the Chinese one, you look up the year you were born, and there will be a primary element. So I think Horse's primary element is fire. So like all horses are fire, but then also the year you were born has a specific element, and mine is metal. Either that or all horses are metal and I was born in a fire year. It's one of those two. I just
I don't know mine, so now I gotta look it up. Okay.
Yeah, everybody look it up.
So do you just look up Chinese new? How do you do this? I don't know how. It works.
Chinese Zodiac, and then type the year you were born.
1987. Rabbit. It just says rabbit.
You can type element. So yeah, because like if I type in Chinese Zodiac 2013 element for
Wood.
game, it comes up with fire.
What does that mean? I'm wood. Does that just mean that I'm super hard? I'm horny.
I don't know as much about the
true.
Chinese as I do the Western. I just know about horse because I'm a horse, therefore egocentric.
I don't know my element.
I just know what wood means, except for penis.
Repeat the Chinese Zodiac wood.
I'm a wood bunny.
Wood
Chinese Zodiac wood rabbit.
Intelligent and resourceful, leaving people a lively and cheerful impression. Usually very gentle, patient, and courteous, so it's easy for them to get along with others. Very alert, kind, and responsible.
Well, I'm not gentle, patient, and courteous, but I think that's the Aquarius coming in. Well, I am patient. I'm just not gentle.
No, you're not
I'm patient,
but you are patient and courteous.
But that's the Aquarius coming in like, bitch, fuck you. Okay.
I'm a metal snake, apparently.
A metal pig?
A metal snake.
Okay, I was like, I thought you were a snake.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is where all the good in me comes from, is the wooden rabbit, and all the shit in me comes from Aquarius. But like good shit. I'm not hating. I like being Aquarius, but we're bitches.
I say shiz when I mean shit, but in a good way. I feel like
that's a good strategy.
I say shiz if it's a good thing and shit if it's a bad thing. I don't know why. That's just how I decided to do it. Probably because I'm Virgo, so I was like, I'll do my own thing.
Ren goes, I'm a metal monkey.
Metal monkey. We have so many metal people in here.
I'm this kind of, metal. I'm just not the Chinese Zodiac kind. And that would have been appropriate Chinese Zodiac to make me metal, but no, I'm fucking wood.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm gray sexual. Come on.
Scorpio metal snake personality traits. Positive traits are determined, passionate, self-reliant, orderly, graceful, and wise. Negative traits are jealous, obsessive, unyielding, impulsive, malicious, and possessive. I feel like some of those are pretty accurate.
So
what did you do? Did you just
Google it?
I just Googled Chinese Zodiac wood bunny.
Yeah.
Well, I Googled Aquarius wood rabbit, and I got the intuitive optimist, which I don't consider myself optimistic, but about my own life I do, because I know I can do fucking anything. I'm a fucking beast. Okay.
Yeah, I googled Scorpio.
I've seen you in enough situations. You're very optimistic about a lot of things, but
Just not
like
people.
not in the way that people would think of as an optimist, because a lot of people think optimists are just like, everything's always, greener, or it'll be good, or that, it's perpetually positive. But I think, in my experience, there's another kind of optimist where you naturally want to believe the best of things, or that you're leaning, and the only thing that prevents it is life experience. And I call those the beat down optimist.
Jessica just said 1987 rabbit is fire. Rabbit overall is wood, but 1987 is fire. I'm fire, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Like, that makes way more sense. Okay. People born in the year of the rabbit love learning new skills and acquiring new knowledge, for they are curious about everything. What they do best is to get everything they know applied in work or other life experience. Okay, yeah, that checks out. But now I want to know fire rabbit. Fire rabbit.
This cat literally just jumped into my lap. But yeah, we might have the same book, because I think that's how.
1987 is the year of the rabbit with a fire element. Okay,
so
tell me something.
So fun fact, Chris is a dragon Scorpio, which Scorpio, like, there is not an equivalent to, like, every Chinese zodiac does not have a Western equivalent, because that's not how they work, except for dragon and Scorpio. They're pretty much the same thing. Like, traits.
So like Chris, a Scorpio.
He's a super Scorpio or super dragon. And so yeah, it's great. But this is also why, like, sometimes when I'm talking to somebody about, like, my husband's romantic side, I'm like, he literally stepped out of a Harlequin romance novel. Like, so when people are all like, those Harlequin romance novels have unrealistic expectations, I'm like, bitch, I live with one. So
that's okay. I want to talk about the fire rabbit in a little bit, but I need to talk about that. That really fucking pisses me off, because I will hear people talk about, like, oh, that's unrealistic when a guy does a romantic thing, and it's like, is it unrealistic, or is your life sad? Maybe raise your fucking standards. Maybe you married an asshole. Maybe you have never had an orgasm, and that's not your fault. That's his. You know what I mean? Like, I get so annoyed by that shit, because I remember I saw someone say that what was it? I'm trying to not be like it's not specific to this, but this is the easiest example I can think of. Someone sorry, trigger warning. Someone said Tobias was a like a wish fulfillment, or like a Gary Stu, because he respected Layla's wishes to not, like, Sophie's face.
I'm already mad.
Yeah, he's respected Layla's wishes when she was like, let's not have sex. And he was like, okay. And someone's like, that's not real. I'm like, you really believe all look at Sophie's face.
I'm so worried about that person.
Right. Like, you literally believe every man in the world is a rapist. Okay. Like, I am not, it puts you in a weird position where it's like, do I, like, help this person, or do I, like, it's uncomfortable, It's like, the other alternative is rapes. I don't know what to tell you, It's like, people raise your standards. It's okay. It's okay. But I want to talk about the fire rabbit. It says fire rabbit is that
I want to add to that, and then you can talk about the fire rabbit. So I agree with you on, like, the basic romance things. I find most male protagonists in, like, romance novels very, like, realistic, and it's just like, if that's not what you're going for, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to do for you. That's why I specified Harlequin romance, though, because, like, they can tend to be very over the top, and that's, like, the highest of standards, but damn it, I deserve the highest of standards, so Harlequin. All right, so go on with your rabbit.
Okay, my little bunny rabbit. I'm intelligent, skillful, and I can easily succeed in every field. You guys, I'm the best. I have a good reputation among friends. I need to remember that, because I'm constantly doubting myself. I'm broad-minded, tolerant, and careful. Most of them have a unique vision and know how to make good use of their talent. They can also leave others with an arrogant impression. People have said that about me. I get it. You know what? Fuck you. I'm just confident in.
Sorry, my whispered yes was in relation, not confirming that you did. I realized how that could have taken. I was like, wait.
They can have high aspirations and big desires. When they're in bad moods, they could lose their temper. Oh, never. That's never happened. And then Audra sent me more. Thirsty for knowledge and eager for new experiences. They're intellectuals. They often make good writers. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh, what?
They often make good writers. Not so much in need of stability and security. They like to keep their distance. Okay, that's fair. But wait, hold on. Are these like I think this might be how I relate to other people. I don't know what Cliff's element is. How do I look up a
What year was he born?
1986 Chinese
Chinese
Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Tiger, but what element?
Let's go.
Chinese Zodiac element. Wood. So he's the wood. Okay, that makes a bit more sense because he does have a penis. So
That's not what that means.
it can mean whatever I want it to mean. Oh no. This is just a rabbit wood fire. Okay, I misread the thing. Okay. So this wasn't a compatibility between wood and fire.
So CB's a fire horse like me, and that's like even funnier because sometimes Fox and I will adoringly refer to her as Teen Sam because she reminds me so much of how I was when I was a teenager. So I'm just like, that's why.
That's cute.
Fire horses. Also,
I'm looking up a rabbit wood fire, which I guess rabbits are wood, but in 1987 they're also fire, and it says they're curious, a flammable mixture that can make a rabbit warm and friendly or mood in bad temper. That's never happened ever. We're naturally yin and fire is yang. One balances the other, so fire can help rabbits use their skill to reach the top. It also helps them to be more expressive. Fire rabbits are more likely to become leaders as they have many admirers and inspire confidence. They should try to follow their true rabbit natures and let reason control passion. Okay, I'm saying this. Thank you, Audra.
Where's this from? A book?
Matt
Audra's
also
book?
has a thing. Yeah, Audra, which book are you like? Send me the title and stuff of the book. I want to see if it's the same book that I have. Somebody was here for Jenna's hatred of people with very low bars.
It just annoys me. It's like,
it should annoy everybody. It should annoy people on behalf of men because, like, that's just insulting to their entire gender, and on behalf of women because what the fuck do you mean we need to put up with that? Like, no, that's not okay. And also non-binaries and everybody in between.
Jessica goes, Jenna and I are living that fire rabbit dream. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember who said it, but
it was Jenna.
Yes, awesome.
All the quotes always are.
I just thought, is it unrealistic or does your life suck? Like, that's how I feel. It's kind of like, sometimes readers, their reaction to books kind of show a look into their lives, and sometimes you can't help but be a little worried and be like, oh my God, like, come on. Like, and I don't mean this is going to sound like I'm poking fun, but it's just like therapy, like talk to someone, like reach out, it makes, I don't know, it makes me worry for people.
Yeah.
I don't think that means what you think it means. I don't know what it was in relation to, but
I think it was in relation to the wood thing.
The wood penis.
Yeah.
You can't tell me otherwise, okay? It's the element is penis.
So you and Jessica are the same Chinese zodiac.
Yes. Twinsies. Not one stream without Jenna talking about Cliff's assets. Have I ever talked? Like, I don't recall ever mentioning his dick before, but I guess I mean, I did make a wood joke here, but
Look, I will talk about Cliff's assets every stream Jen is here because Cliff is amazing. I'll talk about Chris's too. Chris would like me to talk about his less, but you know what? He married another pair.
I support it.
Just like I don't remember what was going on exactly, but I don't know. He walked by and I was like, that ass, and like my sisters were there, and he was like, honey, and I'm like, what? They know I like you. We got 3 kids. What's your problem? But also, like, my family's just open that way. Like, my sister messaged me. She was like, so, like, there's this sex toy website that I go to. They, like, got really good quality. Their customer service is amazing. And I'm like, dude, tell me more. So, like, that's just
Is
how
it
our
Adam and Eve?
Yes, actually, it is Adam and Eve. So when you were like, Adam and Eve is on sale, I was like, oh, really? I should let my sister know. So, but yeah, that's just how my family is. And
I'm just gonna shut up now. But yeah,
my poor sister is probably would all like she's not. She is and she's not. She's a selective oversharer. So she'd probably be like, could you not let the whole world know that I shop there? And I'd be like, I've got 4
everyone
sisters.
shops
I
there.
did-
It's fine.
Like, I've got 4 sisters. Not every, nobody knows which one I meant, even though I only talk about 2 of them. So it's like it already cuts the thing down in half. That's not the point. It's not the point. See, yeah. I remember when I was like 20 and freshly married, we're like in a truck stop and my uncle was home on leave and we're walking. I apologize right now for anybody who gets squicked out by this story, but it's just like one of the best ways to demonstrate my family dynamic. So, and we walk by these pastries and one is strawberry and cream cheese. And my uncle leans over and he's like, that's your vagina on your period after you have sex. And I was like, Uncle Buddy,
Oh,
we are in public. But also I laughed because I thought it was funny. So, but in the defense of my family, I also think I have one of the healthiest relationships with sex than like most of my friends. So
I agree. I agree completely. God, who's going on?
Who is calling you?
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm one of the stream mods asked a question and I was answering. Apparently Fox did too. The children got loud suddenly.
Sorry. A friend of mine is getting harassed online, and so I was getting all these. So I was like, okay, this is what you got to do. I had to really quickly.
This is how we deal with it.
Yeah, it's just that's kind of a thing that comes with being an author. You get harassed online. It happens, and I know a lot about it, so I help.
Yes, I noticed. I think I squicked everybody out. Everybody was like, maybe not.
It didn't squick me out.
Thank you.
But I'm also an adult. I feel like people are just very. I'm sorry. Like if people act like bodily functions and that sort of shit is like shut the fuck up, grow up, bitch.
See, I think, and I don't know. I'm halfway used to dealing with it because people will be like, "Your family said that," and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I just grew up in a close and very open family. Like to this day, if my grandfather needs something in this, and like my grandfather, he'll be like, "Hey, can somebody come scrub my back?" And we'll go wash his back because he's our grandfather. Like I don't. It's just not weird.
I'm sorry. Do people like not know that their family members get their period? Do you think you're like? Family members don't shit or piss either. Like, I'm sorry, like people are weird, Like I don't, whatever. Also, scrubbing your grandfather's back, like that's not.
Yeah, people legit get weird about that because they'll be like, "So you see your grandpa naked?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not checking. Bitches, it's his back.
It's his back, not his butthole. Like Jesus."
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Also, if someone is like ill and in the hospital and they're in your family, you might end up seeing them naked. And you know what? Your family, you fucking deal with it. Ugh, whatever.
Like my
I
cousin
can't with
has
people. I
walked.
can't.
My cousin has just like walked in on me changing sometimes, and like sometimes he'll just sit there and we'll keep talking. Other times he'll like turn around. It just depends on his mood, whichever. But like we're just talking, and I'm just changing. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm used to people like looking at it weird. It has made me mildly self-conscious with some of my books because I'm like, are people gonna find the family relations weird? Because this is just normal to me. But
Yeah,
I'm like, so
probably
what?
someone will, like, just because someone's gonna be that person. But
Someone's gonna do that. Let me. I had somebody. I told them about like Killiam's relationship with Nova, in that he's guarded her since they were kids, and his purpose in life is just to protect her and make sure she's okay. And they were like, I ship them, and I'm like, they're cousins.
I hate people. See, this is what I mean. Like, I hate people. Like,
because nowhere in there was in my description was I at all like, and he loves her and he has a thing for her. No, it's just he protects her.
they're related, you fucking creep. I'm sorry. I need to calm down.
Like, they didn't know they were related
just
until after
expressive
they said they shipped them, and I was like, they're cousins. And once I said they're cousins, well, no, because then they said that they might write alternative fan fiction where they're not cousins, and I'm like,
Sophie, I can't deal with it. The thing is it's like, I am protective of you guys, and I don't want to fuck either of you. No offense, you're beautiful, but like, it's just like, things don't have to go together.
I'm sure Sophie doesn't want to fuck either of us too. And
sorry, I didn't say
I'm married, so.
Thank you, Thomas.
I feel like that kind of thing also comes from just like people thinking that like romantic and sexual relationships are like the peak be all end all of relationships in general. So if they like characters dynamic, they're like, oh, they should have sex. And it's like, no, their relationship is perfectly good. You know what I mean?
And yeah. I feel like people have selective, like they just like will pretend something doesn't exist to just fulfill whatever fantasies in their mind. Because I remember in the scene where Tobias meets Delphi, she's getting him all groomed and cleaned up, and they talk. They have a full-on conversation about how she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
And people would be like reading that scene and be like, wow, I ship them so much. And I'm like, did you miss the part where he doesn't have a vagina? Like, I don't know.
Very explicit.
Because like,
it's not subtle.
There was a whole thing with that.
Yeah.
And then I had several betas who were like, when she finally got to the part where she's talking about sleeping with women, she's like, I didn't know she was gay. And I'm like, that was her introduction. They had a full-on conversation. You just selectively removed it from your mind because you were like, a female and a male are in a room together. They must smash. I can't with that. Like, just let people fucking know each other. Let people be friends. Like, stop.
So Jessica said, I had an argument the other day about people being mad when close female friendships don't turn into romance, and like, so girls can't just be friends now either. So I have a fun side tangent about that. The anime community is very, very big into shipping literally any male pair of friends. Like, if they are the main male character and his like frenemy rival dude, they will be shipped. And 90% of the time, I'm just like, bruh, they're just bros broing it up. Like, this dude is very, very straight over here with his love interest, and like, I don't know, his rival seems more asexual than anything to me, but whatever. Because the rival like doesn't have a girlfriend too, and then they'll also hate on they'll hate on the female love interest, and they'll just like, they'll call her all sorts of mean things, and they'll like want death upon her and stuff because she gets in the way of their ship. And I'm like, God, what is wrong with you people?
Honestly, I think people are just horny and need to masturbate. Like, fucking go to your room, get a vibrator or your fucking lotioned hand, rub one out, and get on with your lives, because this is disgusting. I feel like people have all this pent up horny aggression, and they're taking it out on the fiction they're reading as opposed to just reading it for what it is, because I don't know, maybe their school or God or whatever told them that they can't touch themselves. Just fucking masturbate and get it over with and become a normal human being again. That's my words of wisdom.
Yeah, I did say 90% of the time. There is that 10% that I'm like, no, I can see it. But 90% of the time, no. But like, Sasuke is madly in love with Naruto, and I don't care what anybody else says. I know that they got married and they like had kids with different people, but they still acted like husbands to the point where like
I feel like you're right.
There's a final battle where Naruto's looking back at Sasuke, and Sasuke's like, use my energy to like, you know, defeat the big bad, and then they kick ass together, and Naruto's all like, Sasuke, take care of the kids. And Sasuke's like, I will. And I'm like, how are they not just to force them at this point? Like, and their wives know this, I'm convinced. But 90% of the time, yeah, it's terrible. Someone was calling a female. See, I hate that too. I hate it so much. Like, let me tell you, Jenna and I profess our love for each other all the time. We also like drool over Sophie constantly. She's just amazing, a visual goddess. But like, none of us are romantically into each other.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but if we were like in a book, people would be shipping us all hard.
Oh yeah. Despite the
polyamorous lesbian trio, right?
See, I'm with you. Even stuff that does look plausible, if it's not canon, I don't usually ship it. It's like I really have to feel like the mangaka did me dirty in order to ship something that's not canon, which a few of them have. You motherfuckers. But anyway, authors usually do me dirtier when they present love triangles, and it's like, here's the nice boy who would do anything. Here's the asshole she had to work for his affection, and I'm like, go. Anyway, I have some issues.
Chrissy goes, just flick the bean, guys. I love you. I love you. It's true. It's like you clearly have some pent up shit here, and you're now everything you see is like sex. It's like people are friends. Sex. It's like there's a tomato. Sex. Oh, I gotta fucking drive my car. Sex. Fucking masturbate.
That's the Chrissy I've known since I was like 12. So we're getting a friendship tattoo together in April.
I figured it was the Chrissy because I saw the comment. I was like, this must be Sam's Chrissy. Because I like her already.
She's a Gemini too. So
there you go. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Favorite sign.
I had someone ask if so I have a not deep-rooted fear, I'm exaggerating, but I do have a concern because in my novel, and I recently watched a K-drama that to me reaffirmed that I will stick to my guns about this bromance. But Liam and Kieran, so that we don't get confused, I want them to have the kind of bromance where they just like make husband jokes all the time, or at least Liam makes husband jokes at Kieran, but he doesn't mean it, right? Because Liam is asexual and aromantic, so he's like just messing around with Kieran, my boy, because my boy is like he's demisexual, and so when women give him attention or anything, he gets a little uncomfortable. So Liam just swoops in to save him, which is something that I did for a lot of my friends. So I'm like, I want this in the novel, and I
love that.
You know, some people are gonna ship them, and I'm like, but Kieran, like, they're both very not gay. But then I watched Is It Okay to Not Be Okay on Netflix, and literally one of my favorite scenes between these two male best friends is after the main character and the love interest have like started a relationship. She has to work, like she's an author and she's working with his brother to make a kid's book. And so, but it's his day off work, which he doesn't get often. So he's just like, he calls his friend and he's like, can we hang out today? And he's like, why? Is your girlfriend and your brother like busy? And he's like, yes. And he's like, who's your favorite? He's like, you are? He's like, that's right. Come to the pizzeria. I'm working too. So he comes to the pizzeria, which his friend owns. And he's just sitting there kind of doing his own thing. And there's some girls in the background who are like, oh my God, he's so good looking and stuff. So the best friend takes a picture of him and sends it to the love interest, who's a jealous bitch, and he's all like, "Dear Miss Coe, it seems there are some ants that are going to take our man away if you don't get here." Sincerely. And then he like goes over and he's got this pizza sampler and he like picks up a piece and he's like, "Here, try this one. It's the sweetest, just like you." And I'm like, I love him so, I adore this friendship so much. And
I
I'm
love
like, yes,
that.
this is what I want for Liam and Kieran. Like,
If it makes you feel better, I've had people ship Layla and Delphi. They're sisters. They're fucking
I
sisters.
see people shipping it, but I don't agree with it.
And I've had people ship Delphi and Cosima and be like, I think Delphi's in love with Cosima. I'm like, sisters? Like, sisters? I know they're not biological, but, you know, adoption.
They were raised together.
And then the people who are like, Raphael and Pippa or Orion and Pippa, it's like, why are you like so fucking messed up? Like, fucking call. So basically what I'm saying is you're going to have people doing this. You can't control it. All we can do is send masturbation vibes out into the world and tell everyone to take care of themselves and stop being disgusting while they read. I agree with Jessica.
Yes, I'm hearting the comments that I agree with while people are talking. So, Audra, because I was telling you about it last stream, I talked about it. So the autistic character actually has a fully developed character arc. And he's treated just like all of the other characters in terms of writing and the narrative. So I like that's one of my favorite K-dramas on Netflix now, is It's Okay to Not Be Okay, because I feel like they handled all of the mental illnesses in it and stuff really, really well. And as some of you may have known, I was very concerned because at the beginning it starts off kind of like a horror thing, and I was like, "Oh, this is maybe not." But no, it's actually, in my opinion, it's very well done and handled very nicely, and so I loved it. It's, like I said, one of my favorite K-dramas now, if not my favorite.
Oh, it's good to know. Where did you watch it?
Netflix. It's called It's Okay to Not Be Okay.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, Netflix actually has a lot of like K-dramas and C-dramas. The C-drama I'm watching right now, I wouldn't actually recommend to anyone because like it's a lot of problematic, sketchy shit, but also I can enjoy a lot of trash in my romance if I like the characters. And there's this one character, I will forgive everything for this boy. He looks like a puppy. Only like, so there's 2 seasons, and season 1, like the plot line finished. So I was like, how's their season 2? They took the same characters and the same main cast and basically wrote an alternative version of season 1, which I was like, that's really interesting. And I like everything in season 2 better. I feel like they fixed some of the issues from season 1, except that now, like my favorite character in season 1, he and the main character's relationship, like she's a D-list actor and he's a super good actor. And through some marriage contract shenanigans, she's with his like best friend. But he's convinced that she seduced his best friend and is just after him for his money. So he's all like, he's a little shit to her, but she's a little shit back. And so it's like a frenemies to friendship frenemies things where they genuinely care about each other and they're like really close and stuff. So they were like my favorite part of the show. There's a point when he gets an unrequited crush, but they kind of subvert that because like his best friend finds out about it, but he's all like, look, no, I love both of you and I just want you both to be happy. And he's like, I know that. You're my brother, she's my wife, and that will never change. And I was like, that is not what I was expecting. And then they give him his own love interest, and I was like, what? He was able to be happy? But in the second one, like they start out with she's a successful actress in this version, and so they like act together and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, best friends from the get-go. But he's like got an unrequited crush on her already, and this boy can act, because like every time she and the dude, they end up in a marriage contract shenanigans again, and like every time he realizes they're getting real feelings for each other, he just like does these little slow expressions, and I'm like, who kicked my puppy? Stop it! Leave sad boy alone. Like CB was talking to me when I was watching it, and I was sending her, like, I used my phone to take pictures of his face, and I'd be like, look at this puppy boy. I like took a 9-second video and sent it to her on Facebook, because she was like, "Oh my god, that is the saddest ever." I'm like, "Isn't it?" I don't know why they did this to him. It's my only real complaint about season 2 is that he's a sad boy now. And I'm like,
Oh.
let him be happy. But in the last episode I watched, he's still best friends with the dude. And so he's all like, I never got up the courage to tell her my feelings because I didn't know if I liked her as a friend, a colleague, or if I actually had a crush on her. And I kind of know now that I liked her, but I see that you two genuinely got a thing here. So if you don't treat her right, I'm going to kick your ass and take her from you. And dude's all like, bitch, you ain't got a hope in heaven. And I'm like, now bring me his love interest back so sad boy can be happy. All I need.
Oh,
So
I love a little sad boy.
He's so sad, Jess. He's so sad though. He's like a puppy. See, he does. Just like,
Can you send me a picture, please?
I'm a
I know, right? I need to know.
hold on.
I need to experience the sad boy.
Right, you two entertain chat while I forward you sad boy on Facebook.
All right.
With Facebook.
Yeah, the like Facebook Messenger. Gonna forward you the videos.
Sorry, I was not prepared. Oh, Facebook! I never used that. What is Facebook?
No, you're getting full sad boy. Like, I'm sending you the moment when he genuinely believes that.
Oh, he is so cute.
Oh, he's adorable, and that makes it worse.
Do I have? Oh, I uninstalled Messenger. I have to go on Facebook.
That's fine. He's so sad. He's so sad.
He has a man bun. I'll forgive that because his face.
It's only in season 2. In season 1, he had a different hairstyle, but they needed to change it for season 2, I guess. I don't know.
Okay,
but
I'll forgive it this time.
But you leave my sad boy alone. He's adorable. Oh, I will fight for sad boy.
That hurt me.
See? Yeah. You don't even know. Like, you haven't even seen it. You don't even know. But he's so sad. Now imagine having lived through a 20 episode series, falling in love with him, and then seeing how dirty they did him in season 2. So upset over this.
It's okay. We're here to Facebook. Sorry. What is that?
Apparently,
like a joke about Facebook, I think.
I'm sorry. I'm just dumb.
No, it's okay.
I just have the stupid.
It's okay. I just love that Jessica's like, someone needs to give Sam a hug. All right, so for anybody who wants to see it, it's called A Well-Intended Romance. I will give a very big warning, and it's going to be spoiler warning, but I feel like you need to know this going in. So they end up in a marriage. They get into a marriage contract because she's diagnosed with leukemia, and he's her bone marrow match. And he's like, well, what do I get out of this? And then he's like, basically, I need a fake marriage for 2 years to make my grandma happy. And she's like, oh, okay. But what you find out, and I mean, if you don't want to know, don't listen. But what you find out is that he faked her leukemia. She's just anemic. She didn't have leukemia. Like, apparently 2 years ago, she showed him a kindness because like they have the same birthday, and he was gonna buy himself a birthday cake, but they didn't accept cards or whatever. But they had a BOGO sale on, and she's like, "Look, I'm buying myself a birthday cake. You can just have the extra cake because I ain't eating 2 cakes." And so that's like a really cute meet cute. And then 6 months after that, he's like stupid drunk and in the passenger side of the car. But he's all like, "Where's my steering wheel?" and some shit. And like, he had bumped into her in the bar and ruined her phone. And she came out there to like, bitch him out and be like, "You gotta pay for my phone." But he's like so cute when he's drunk. She's like, "Whatever, just forget about it." Not realizing he's like a super rich CEO dude. And so because of these like random times that they meet up, he like falls for her, and then he like has his little henchman dude basically stalk her for 2 years, and then they set up this thing so that they can be together. And I'm all like, "You wait till I'm 11 episodes into this to tell me this shit?"
Wow.
Yeah, I have
The
nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just silent.
The narrative does treat it as it's bad, and like
Mhm.
it's one of those times where he doesn't see anything wrong with it because that's how his dad was. His dad was like that controlling and that everything, and like had drove his mom away. So to him, that's just how you express love. And then his grandma's all like, "No, baby, no." And so his character develops beyond that, and he stops doing it and everything. And I'm sitting here like, if this were the real world, bitch, no, we over. But it's fiction, and he does get better. So I'm already 11 episodes in, bitches. I'm here.
Well, I appreciate you
Whatever
telling
now.
me because
Yeah.
So, but
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
that that's
watch.
like, I know that's a very big no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like I said, I'll put up with a lot of trash, especially since at that point I'm already in love with who not yet sad boy, but he's just sass boy at this time. Because like you imagine that his sad expressions when they're like frenemies, the expressions he can get that basically says, "I will end your tiny life." I'm like, yes, I'm here for you. Your best friend's a little questionable, but you are like. So I
Well,
love this.
sometimes, yeah, I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna watch this, but I do understand finishing a piece of fiction where it's like everything about this is trash except this one
Yeah.
piece that is amazing, and I'm
And
gonna
to be
finish for
fair,
this one piece.
that's the only piece of trash in it, because like I said, they semi subvert it because he actually does develop and he gets better and he stops doing these things. But I'm like, still, the fact that you did them in the first place, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no coming back. There's no coming back
No.
from faking a person's near-death
But
experience. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, I wouldn't actually recommend it to anyone, but
yeah.
I'm enjoying season 2, because in season 2 they do end up in marriage contract shenanigans, and it was a little shady, but it's not sketchy, and nobody's faking anyone else's leukemia and pretending
Oh,
to be
thank
a
God.
bone marrow match.
Thank God. At least there's that.
This time there was not, like, she still went to the doctor for her anemia, but they're just like, "Yeah, you're anemic." But this time she like tripped on him, and there was like some video footage that was leaked that's like, "Oh, this debuting actress was like throwing herself at this CEO dude." And she's like, "So, can you like help me out with this?" And he's like, "Yeah, we'll do a press conference." But during the press conference, he's like, "Yeah, look, everyone, she wasn't throwing herself at me or trying to use me because we're engaged." And she's just like, "Excuse?" "Yeah, we're engaged." But then it's like a trial period engagement, and he's like, "We can break up after a year." And I'm less than halfway through this season, and he's already like, "Yeah, I had ulterior motives. I, already liked you, and I just kind of wanted you to date me." And she's just like,
Why are romances like this?
"Like,
Like, oh my
why?"
gosh, I get so fucking annoyed. Like, come on, like it's because I love romance. Like, it's not hard to make it actually fucking romantic.
Yeah.
I know. It's like I'm so torn on it too, because I'm like, this is literally the only issue. The only issue I have with the show. It's just this, but it's the main romance, and so I'm like, why would you do that to me? But it's okay because Bad Boy is amazing, and I'll watch for him. I'm gonna look up his wiki later and just watch all of the K dramas he's ever been in. 'Cause I'm that in love with his little puppy face now. Oh yeah, it's a C drama. C dramas are a little sketchier than K dramas. That's my bad.
Good to know. Good to know. This is research for
Yeah.
me.
I've watched 3 or 4 C dramas, and the first C drama I watched, it had a very big red flag later on in the series that I don't want to mention for a lot of trigger warning reasons. But yeah, I was just like, maybe I'm not gonna watch C dramas. Maybe I'll just stick to K dramas. But then I
Yeah.
started watching this one, and I was like, is that Mandarin? That's Mandarin. Shit. But oh well.
Shit.
I'm here now. Here now. Right? The chemistry between the lead actors is so good. But that red flag. Yeah, but like one of the things I like is that like when she finds out, she yells at him. She's like, "How do you think that made me feel?" She's like, "I was 21 and I was just starting my career out, and now I thought I was gonna die." And he's just like,
Yeah.
She was 21.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's like a very traumatic experience that he put her through. Just
so she was like,
As a baby.
She moves out. She tells him that she wants a divorce and everything, and so like it wasn't just settled in one episode, which I appreciated. So, but still, it's
But still.
like, look, if anybody did that to me, I'd just be like, we're done. It's over.
If anyone did that to me, I'd be fucking pressing charges.
I'd break
literally.
like I'd break up for lesser reasons. So
Right. Oh man, fucking media. Like why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do us so dirty?
I haven't seen it much in K dramas. In K dramas, if there's like an arranged marriage or a marriage contract, it's like both parties are equally or what the fuck or here we go. It's
right.
There's not that imbalance of power that exists. So
that's a big uncomfortable thing for me is the imbalance of power.
Yeah.
I'm not done with season 2.
And that's such a thing in like so many different subgenres of romance.
So if you're into K-dramas, It's Okay to Not Be Okay was a wonderful romance. So is Landing on You. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Which is about a...
Sounds like a painful sex position. Like
yeah, it sounds like it's a strange thing.
Yeah. But what that one's about is this very successful businesswoman from South Korea ends up behind enemy lines in North Korea. And this small special force task finds her and then makes it their mission to get her back to South Korea. And she and like, I forgot his title, but the dude in charge of the unit get a romance going. And it's like their chemistry, the dynamic, it's so good. It's so amazing. Like at first, there's this one part when she like first gets there and he's like got her pinned and she's like, I'll just seduce my way out of this basically. And he's sitting there going, should I kill her? Should I save her? I'm like, I love this. Because in her head, she's like, he's staring at me. He's falling for it. No, my dear. No. But yeah, and that one I don't remember anything problematic in. So I love that one. In my head canon, if only I could do that. But no, I'm like,
right. I can't remove this. I can't burn this from my brain. It's etched in. It's there forever.
When Netflix started playing the first episode of season 2, I was like, where could we possibly go from this? Because like I just saw the epilogue that tells me like where the characters were in life. One of the couples just got engaged, another couple's like working up to being a couple, and then these two like had a baby. So I'm like, where are we going with this? This isn't how like dramas work. And then it like starts out with her and Sad Boy, who is still Sass Boy to me at this point, going to an event together. And I'm all like, oh, celebrity besties, I'm here for it. But then like the love interest comes in and she's like, who's that? And he's like, oh, well, that's like the CEO dude. And I'm like, are we starting over? What is going on? I had to Google it, and it's like, yeah, it's like an alternative reality of season 1, and I'm like, let's judge this one. And now I'm so invested in Sad Boy. I made a mistake.
It's Sad Boy.
His name is Chu Yan, but it's Sad Boy now. But the girl takes her brother's place in a band as a guy, and all the band members fall for her. That's a reverse harem, baby. Cinderella in the Four Knights is also really cute. Like, I like.
I remember you telling me about that one.
Yes, I like the dramas where like it's a romance one, so most of the people have a non-aromantic orientation. So I like when everybody gets paired together. And in Cinderella and the Four Knights, only one doesn't end up with a love interest. His character arc largely revolved around like his parents. So I was like, I can forgive. Makes sense. My mom, on the other hand, is like, they still should have brought someone in for him. And I'm like, Mama, calm down. He's worse than me. Sometimes she'll just call me randomly in the middle of the day, and she'll be like, so I was watching this Boy Love, and then I was watching this other Taiwanese drama, and then I went over and watched the Vietnam version of that Taiwanese drama that I started watching because it was a K-drama, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, man. I can't even get my mom to watch anything that I watch, so.
My mother is a teenager. She's living her teen years now. I was responding to a thing. Listen up, we're fighting for equality here. It's just a harem. I mean, look, I say reverse harem because if it's actually in anime, they are two genres. So if you look up a harem, you're gonna get a guy with a bunch of girls. If you look up reverse harem, you're gonna get a girl with a bunch of guys. I agree with you that technically both are harems. However, they are established genres in the medium. So.
Well, it also in romance they're established genres that way, but it should be just called a harem. But they call them a reverse harem if it's like in romance, a reverse harem. What I love the idea that they're trying to make it a little bit more like equal. Don't die on me, Sam. But what I hate is that a lot of reverse harem romances, the harem's a bunch of brothers.
Oh, I hate that. I avoid
and it's like,
well, halfway.
It's like this is incest. They'll be having group sex, and I'm like, a bunch of brothers fucking one woman. That's called Alabama incest. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but
I've never actually watched a reverse harem or a harem that turned into a polyam thing. But Cinderella and the Four Knights is like they're all cousins. But like they didn't grow up together or anything, and they all just get her crush on her, but she only gets feelings for one of them, and then like the dudes, they all get their own love interest. So I'm just like,
well, it's different than when they're having group sex,
Yeah,
like
I just wanted to make that distinction.
Yeah, that's
like,
incest.
no,
It's a little bit different than just having a crush on the same person.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of that, and it's like, oh, she didn't have what it took to be with 8 Irish brothers, and I'm like,
I don't have.
And people will be like, oh, this is so hot, and I'm like, it's hot if you're from Deliverance. I don't know what to tell you. Like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, Jesus Christ, Bojangles? Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, I can't with people and with what they write.
What genre should be? I'm missing something. Kindly explain.
I'm also
please.
missing something.
Like not knowing things.
I thought maybe you had to do laundry, gold tied, like tied. Isn't tied a laundry?
It hasn't appeared in StreamYard yet, but Jessica says, nope, hasn't appeared. I am so weirded out by group sex with siblings. Why do these people fantasize about having sex with their siblings? So I'm convinced that it's only children. That it's just people who don't have siblings, so they don't genuinely understand sibling bonds. And so they can't like grasp having that kind of relationship with somebody without it becoming sexual. And I'm just like, I pity you. I pity you lacking.
That is kinder than my thought, because my thought is just these are some dumb fucking disgusting weirdos.
This is some flowers in the attic bullshit, and I'm not here for it. Wait, I was thinking of watching that. Jessica, tell me what's wrong. Don't let me get invested in a sad boy.
Wait, flowers in the attic? Sam, you don't know about flowers in the attic?
Don't know about flowers in the attic.
Girl,
I don't know what that
I will
is.
tell you. Oh my god. Okay. Flowers in the attic is about two fucking siblings fucking. That's literally what it's about. It's two siblings fucking.
Maybe I'm
They
thinking.
get locked up in the attic and they fuck.
I
And
do
they
know
have a
about that.
baby.
I was thinking of
Wait,
boys and flowers.
what is this?
Flowers in the Attic. It's a very famous book series. That's the first book in the series. It's literally about, I don't know the full details because I've never read it because I'm sane.
Yeah.
But I know what it's about because it's very well known. And basically, I guess their mom gets remarried or something. Something happens where the mom is like ashamed of her kids, so she like keeps them in the attic. And I think there are 3 kids initially, but one of the kids I believe dies from like malnutrition. But the other 2 kids who are close in age, a boy and a girl, they start fucking, and there's some like rape and grossness involved, and they eventually create their own family and they like have their own kids, and it's just like it becomes a whole series just about this brother and sister fucking. It's disgusting. It's, you know, meh. So Sam, don't, you know, if this is not something you're interested in, maybe don't read it.
Christy, what are you threatening to subject me to? I need to know right now. We have the kind of friendship where we'd watch fucked up things together, but I need to know what fucked up I'm watching.
Wait, is this like something that was written recently?
I know, it's like from the 80s. Let me look it up. Flowers.
That's still, like, when you say something like that, I'm like, okay, this was written in 1844.
Hold on. Just for
1979.
What I
mean,
was
any
thinking
date
of,
would be too modern. I mean, there's no like old
Any
ye
date
old
would be
time that would make sense.
Yeah,
okay.
1979. I was close.
So
oh, Jessica says I have it 100%.
Yes.
Oh,
1979. So to be clear, what I was thinking of was actually called Boys and Flowers, not Flowers.
Oh.
So I got 2 things completely mixed up. I was just very
I was like, Sam, how do you not know? Sorry. Okay, yeah.
I'm glad we straightened that out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when she started describing it, I was like, wait a second. I have heard of that. And I was like, what was I thinking of?
It's infamous, kind of like, you know, Paris Hilton's sex tape, you know? Like, if some things are just known. I'm like, how do you not know? But I'm happy I was able to sort that out for you. I appreciate it. I appreciate acknowledging it, because I was about to be like, Sam, WTF.
Well, that was just the... I had a panic, because I was like, wait a second, that vaguely sounds like something I was planning to watch. What? So, but yeah.
Well, now you know not to read the books about sibling fuckery.
I agree with Jessica. The fact that the word twincest is even a thing. It's very.
I hate it so much. Oh, I hate it so much.
See, here's the thing. I don't know where twincest originated, because the first time I heard about it was in anime fandom, like back in the 90s. But then, like, it's also really big in mainstream fandom now, like Supernat, or not, well,
yeah, but that's
Supernatural is Wincest, which is a play on Twincest. So
I hate people. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Just like people, if aliens came and were like, we need to destroy this planet, I'd be like, I get it.
I get you. It's just like, no offense taken.
Like, yeah, but can you save me? Because I'm not trash. Like, I'm like recycle at best. I'm recyclable, like, but I'm not trash.
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel it, because I love so many people who are also trash, and so I was just like, will I die with them? Will I be sad?
Oh, me, Cliff, and Butters will go on our little spaceship and wave. Bye. Bye.
I will not reveal who I was thinking of when I said that, but just know that I have opinions on some people I love.
Oh man, I love that.
No, they can't use Jenna as a breeder, Jessica.
Wait, they can't. Fuck you! I'm very
I know
sexual.
you're joking, but
I'm
no.
not even going to be turned on by these aliens. Not like they'd care, but still. Breeder. I don't want babies, much less alien babies.
I just noticed my hair's doing a bow thing.
Oh yeah,
Over here.
but it looks
Living
cute
its
though.
best
It's
bow
very,
life.
it's very punk rock.
Well, I was sitting here staring. I'm like, what the fuck is on my head? It's just my hair.
Yeah. I'm a breeder, guys.
So
Sorry, I was
fun.
opening an incognito tab to try to find the origin of the word twincest. But I haven't got anything.
I love that you specified. You opened an incognito tab. You're like, I will not be tied to this FBI agent.
I don't want my Google, like, you know, how they tailor your ads. I don't
Yeah,
want them
I
to
know.
think that's who I am.
I don't know how you do an incognito search, so when I search things, I just take the loss and I suffer from it.
I'm too
I
cowardly.
remember when I was searching for face claims for Bjorn from TSC, and I searched hairy fat man, and I had so many regrets.
Excuse me. So
I bet.
I will openly admit that I only use incognito mode when I want to spy on people. I don't want to know that I was spying on them. Because
Do people know that you're spying on them?
yeah, because
Like-
you know, like sometimes if you go spy on like some people on Facebook, Facebook will be like recommend you as a friend, so you can kind of tell who's been looking at you by the recommended.
I had
friend.
no idea it worked that way.
Me neither.
Or like if I go on YouTube and stuff, and they're all like, "Oh, like one person from Tennessee like spied on you." I'm like, "What if
Yeah.
they know it was me?" Even though Tennessee, because you know, I'm paranoid.
Well, with an incognito tab, I think it would still say your location, right? I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
pretending it doesn't. So don't
Okay.
tell me it does.
Okay.
I
in
think
in
it'll
our
say
eyes,
your
no.
city. Yes, in our eyes, no.
We're just gonna let ourselves believe what we want to believe. Ooh, I'm spinning. I'm spinning.
To the person asking if you were put in timeout, I don't know. My mod did that, so
I don't
I
see
trust
it.
their judgment, though.
I don't see it either.
Aliens be looking at
Maybe
us
you
like
were put in
I
timeout.
we look at the little roly-polies under a log, fascinated and mildly
Yeah,
gross.
that's how I look at other humans, and I am one of us, kind of cyborg.
So
That sounds
you
like
can
something an
find,
alien would say.
you can
I am
find
one of
Jenna's
us.
books. You can find Jenna's books, The Savior's Champion and The Savior's Sister, at all online retailers and a lot of in-person retailers, or ask your
Yes.
local library to order it if they don't already have it. You can get them in ebook, paperback, hardcover. TSC's audiobook is out, and TSS's audiobook will be coming out soon.
Very soon. It would have come out already, but there was an issue and we had to re-upload it. It was a big old thing.
As for me and Sophie, we are whip bitches, so we're still working on it. But
You
you
can
can
follow us on social media.
I thought you said we're with bitches. I'm like,
Yeah,
am
with
I the
bitches.
bitch that you're with?
all three of us. It's fine, Jenna. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you can follow us on our social medias. I also keep everybody up to date on my book progress via my website or my newsletter, so you can stalk me there. And you can read my flash fiction, Till Pizza Do Us Part, which is on my website, SamanthaEllenAsset.com.
It'll make you hungry. I already had pizza today, though, so the pizza cravings are under control.
And my people, that is how you hoe. That's how you hoe for others.
Yeah, that was so expert.
I mean, look, if you want to just throw money, just throw your money, but reading it would be good too for your personal enjoyment.
Because it's good and it'll make you feel feelings.
Is Jenna an alien, not just a cyborg queen? Jenna is secretly part of my ancient immortal race of unknown and vague origin.
Yes! I've been indoctrinated. I've been waiting.
Oh, Stig and I were in like a group call in Cyborg Central the other day, and we were talking about immortality, and I was like, yeah, Matt's in training, and Stig was like, you can't just give out your immortality willy-nilly, Sam. And I'm like, I can do whatever I want, bitch. Don't you know my motto? I do what I want.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you doing what you want because I want to be fucking immortal.
That's right. So 163 books on my physical to be read, Sam. 163. Well, guess what? Add 2 more, so we'll have 165. It'll be
How
nice.
do you have 163 books? You gotta go through that list and weed it out because you know there's some bad shit in there. There's some Sarah J. Maas in there. Rid yourself of Sarah J. Maas.
So I actually remember a couple, sometime last month, she was like, she bought a bunch of books and she needed to organize them, but she kept like her counting list and what was on her bookshelf just would not match up. So she took them all off her bookshelf and had to do it individually. I remember that struggle in her Insta stories. I was like, same. Like, honestly, I would do the same.
This is my TBR for physical books. Hold on. This shelf. My physical book TBR. So you guys all know. And then I have ebooks. But sorry. I just put this up here because it's beautiful.
So I don't know if you're asking how to do it in general or if you're just asking us each individually how we do it so that you can stalk us, but I'm going to pretend it's the second one. So for me, I send out a monthly newsletter, which you can sign up for at my website, samanthaalnasset.com/contact. It's linked down below. I also, on my website, I have a series page for the Silver Air where I have nifty little progress bars that I update when there's progress. And I announce things via Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook.
Yeah, you just go on social media and you announce your shit. You go, hey, this is where I'm at. I have to pee, so I'm going to be right back.
Okay. I talk about my writing progress on Instagram. You can go pee, Jenna. I'm joking with this person.
Thank you.
I talk about my writing progress on Instagram, and like my writing experience for the Rebel Bard has been kind of all over the place. Like I had to make a lot of changes like after I finished the second draft, and I talk about that on Instagram. So like if you're making edits and stuff, yeah, just like share your experience. If you want, I mean, other writers will find it relatable and want to follow you. Yeah, I mean that's just what I do, at least.
Yes. Jenna also has. Oh, go ahead.
I am going to be working on the newsletter thing shortly, but that's also a good thing to do.
Yes, Jenna will. She posts on social media, but she usually goes more in depth and keeps her she's going from monthly to weekly. But she has a newsletter that you can sign up for at her website, which is also linked down below. And that is normally where she goes more in depth with her updates about her book releases and the book progress and everything. Although sometimes she'll post things on her Instagram leading up to a release or to announce that everything is released as well. But definitely her newsletter usually gets the info first, so you can be ahead of other people. And I am an official information source because I'm her critique partner and best friend, so I know all the things.
She does.
Also,
certified.
I pimp her shit out. we hoe up in this bitch. See, yes, it's definitely he's trying to keep you from being immortal.
He'll hear you say his name and know what you said about him.
Stieg's just at work Stieg's at work I know Matthew is talking shit about me. He's also the only person I know who calls Matt Matthew. So
you do sometimes. I've heard you say that.
I do it when Stieg's around because it's habit to imitate. Oh,
Butters.
Butters, okay.
Someone's yelling. Oh my goodness.
You guys heard that? I don't know what that was.
Yeah, all right. I think she was surprised.
I was like, Butters! Why are you screaming?
Oh, baby.
That has never happened before. Butters, are you okay? Okay, good girl. Good girl. She's okay. She was just startled. I don't think she expected me to pick her up.
I don't either. It did. I don't know if this is weird, but it didn't sound like she was in pain to me. It just sounded like she was like, what the fuck?
So, yeah. Well, I mean, all I did was pick her up. I didn't hurt her. So, but I was just like, what's going on? But yeah, Butters is here. Here, look, Butters, say hello. I'm scared to pick you up now. Let's just say hello.
I look like a mess.
I'm
Thank
your
you.
biggest
You're so
fan.
sweet. Chris is looking at me and he's like, "You look like a mess," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I was back. How you a romance? Give me my mouse back.
I was only talking about how you're from a Harlequin romance novel.
Right? How he's like Harlequin romance novel man, and he's out here telling me how bad I look.
These are your fans. These are your fans.
Oh, they misunderstood what kind of Harlequin you are. Do tell me, what kind of Harlequin are you?
Come on.
The one
like,
that makes
okay.
people laugh.
All is well. All is well, huh? All is well. You're okay.
No, but
thank
he's
you.
being
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
So I told everybody how I have a
All the
flying
pets are
cat.
here.
I told everybody how to stalk you, Jenna. So
Oh, thank you. I mean, like, but not actual stock, but like.
no.
Yeah.
The business stalking that we want.
Yes.
I don't have your address, just your PO box. Cliff never responded to me.
Oh, Cliff. Okay. Oh, well, you.
No,
can
I know.
ask me.
I'm making a joke.
Okay. I was gonna say, but yeah, Cliff doesn't respond to people because
I know. I didn't take it personally or anything.
Right.
It was just this
Did you
one time I was
respond?
like, I want to surprise Jenna, and I need to know if I can have your like actual address because apparently you can't send alcohol to PO boxes.
Oh.
Somebody's got to sign for it.
Thank you. Oh, you licked my glasses. That's not gonna help.
Yep.
Look at her go.
Sometimes you just gotta yell and scream and hate the world.
Thank you.
She is
Butters.
a wonderful puppy. Lots of love for the puppy.
She's given lots of kisses now, so she's okay. She's okay. She was crying at the door, so I let her in. I was like, okay, buddy, you come.
Sorry, Chris had sent me a DM because he's close to finishing his thingy, so he wants to start working on a website and a brand. And I'm like, yeah, babe, we can do that. I'm reading because my stream team was saying things, and I'm like, what's my mods talking about while I'm streaming? Everybody leaves me out of the loop in this chat that we have that I can very easily see.
Butters is like, I want to be in the stream team. I'm part of the stream team.
She is absolutely part of the stream team. She can be part of whatever team she wants to be.
Do you want to be part of the stream team? Now she wants to go downstairs because Daddy's medication has arrived, but no. I know you're just gonna.
Oh my goodness. Her little ears, like,
Yeah.
Get over
so cute.
Go, Butters, you're so good. Oh.
So, fun fact, we have a pit bull and we're pretty sure she's a lab Dane mix, but you know, rescues, so it's always a guess.
Yeah.
And whenever somebody like moves upstairs, because of where my bedroom's placed, the upstairs and the front door / porch are very like close together. So Vi's always just like, "What bitches out there?" And it's gotten to the point where when Roxy like wakes up at 2 or 3 in the morning and goes to come downstairs, Vi will bark, and then I'll hear Roxy run back upstairs, and I'm like, "No, baby, she just doesn't know it's you." But like, I've gotten Roxy to where now she'll say Nabby's name, which is the wrong dog, but it doesn't matter because Vi hears Roxy. And let me tell you, she goes from to my baby in like 2 seconds. I'm like, yeah, that's your baby you just barked at. What now? And then she's just like,
I'm sorry.
Baby. I just want
I didn't know.
So it's kind of cute, and like Roxy's not scared anymore because I will hear her from the stairs. She'll just be like, Nabby, and then Vi like stops, and then she comes downstairs for whatever she needed.
Oh,
That's cute.
I'll be right back.
Butters is like, I'll take Sophie's, please. So I'm here to introduce my platform. My name is Buttercup, and I'm a small dog. And I like to play fetch, and I like salami, and I poop, and I pee.
And steak.
I like steak. Oh yeah, like carne asada. And I'm a Chihuahua Papillon. We think. We don't know for sure because I'm from a shelter.
Rescues.
Yes. And I'm
I
very
have a new
sweet.
stalker on Ko-Fi. Thank you, Robin Elizabeth, for stalking.
Yes, thank you. Money is always good. Hi.
Yes.
I'm getting cookie cracked. Oh. You gotta hide the lips.
So eventually, I want to try to like test out some other streaming platforms that have like the fancier things.
Mhm.
And there's this one that's free, and I should be able to like set it up so that it'll like pop little things up when people subscribe to things. I'm like,
Oh, that's cool.
One
day. Butters, are you gonna have your own stream? She's like, yes. It'll be the Butter stream.
That's my dogs. Anytime that they can like hear Butters, they're like, "Where's the baby?
Where's the baby?"
They're very nurturing. Little bark, yes. My cats are Butters' biggest fans. Oh yeah, I saw that like thing you posted where your cat.
I still feel bad when she screamed. I don't know what the fuck. I'm like,
I think she was just startled. I think like she was probably hyper focused on something else and didn't expect to leave the ground. I feel that better because when I was a teenager, I was 95 pounds, 5'3", and all of my like the vast majority of my friends were all dudes who were like 6 foot plus. So they literally, without warning, would just come up behind me and pick me up and then toss me to each other. Which
and Butters is the kind of breed where they don't like being picked up, but they'll tolerate it. So every time you pick her up, she kind of has that look on her face, like, fine.
Excuse you.
Like, okay. Matt says everyone needs to sub to Butters. Butters, are we gonna give you a channel?
Do it.
Will we make a lot of money just to watch Butters play? Just watch her sleep and snuggle. We just have streams of Butters.
I was tagged in CC to be shown a burrito puppy. I just love everything about Butters, and I really also having left the earth without warning many a time.
She's getting lots of rubs, so she's happy.
Which, mild disclaimer, I was perfectly fine with them doing this because it was fun. It's just sometimes when there was no warning, I would be like, ah! So, just in case anybody at all that anyone could do anything to me, I didn't want them to.
It's like, well, no, these were my friends. They were in the circle.
They had permission.
That's something that bothers me, where it's like you'll see, and this is something just having a public platform, you'll see people like hanging out with their friends and they'll be like, oh bitch, hey, oh, no. And then strangers will be like, what's up, bitch? It's like, we're not cool like that.
You I didn't say you could call me that.
Yeah, this was a friendship thing. We're not I don't know you.
We're not that close.
Yeah, so you're gonna calm it down.
Sometimes like when I'm just talking about certain things, somebody will like make a joke about my kids or about like parenting my kids. And I'm like, excuse the fuck out of you. I'm the only one allowed to talk about my little demon spawn. Did I say you were okay? No, we ain't cool like that. I will end your tiny life.
The very first video I made about Cliff's spinal cord injury, people were making jokes about him breaking his back. And I remember someone commented like, this is fucked up. And then someone else commented like, oh, I bet Jenna cringed at this, but Cliff laughed. And I commented like, no, we both think you're pieces of shit. Like you can't, it's literally a broken spine. He almost died. Like, it's not funny. And we're not cool like that. You don't get to like come on to the party and be this way. But it just goes with my whole theme of I hate people and I understand if aliens want to destroy us.
Oh, I can't remember the term for it, but it's an actual psychological term, and it's
parasocial.
Thank you. Yes, parasocial. Sophie knew. It's parasocial relationships where people feel connected or closer to like celebs and people with public platforms and personas and stuff. Especially like the more, the more genuine and grounded. I combined words, guys. That they feel like they know you when they don't. And even people who logically are like, I'm not friends with this person, can still occasionally fuck up because it's not something you can necessarily control. And like, I get that. At the same time, I feel like there's levels of it.
Right.
And once somebody who just like fucks up small and on accident, and when you're like, yeah, don't do that, please. If they just like apologize and then don't do it again, I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. But like, it's the people who double down or try to like backtrack and heavily defend themselves. I'm like, just accept it. Just accept you done fucked up and we ain't close like that. And now we ain't gonna be close like that.
For me, it's also like I'm very open. And so a lot of people know, I mean, they don't know everything about my life, but a lot of people on the internet know, personal details about my life because I'm very open. A lot of people on the internet know that my, fiance has a spinal cord injury. A lot of people know that I'm gray sexual. A lot of people know I have mental illness. It's fine if you feel like you know me, but respect the fact that I don't know you. You know what I mean? So that you are coming at this with somewhat of an advantage, and I don't know you, and at least take that into consideration, that I don't know you. Yeah, so I don't know if you're coming at like Sam and I talk a certain way because we're close and we have a bond, but I don't know you, and so I have no idea what you're like or anything like that. And maybe consider that before you message me like, we're besties, and I get confused and concerned.
And I'm a confrontational bitch, so I will fight you in the comments.
I just delete. I'm like, I can't.
I'm told to just delete, but I'm like, people need to know. People need to know. And I will block you if you, do things.
Butters is like, hell yeah, I agree. She like perked right up. I agree, I'll fight. She's a Virgo too, so.
Yes, good Butters. We will fight them all. So Chrissy
I love me a Virgo.
Ruined her cat Icky because it's funny because when I'm like at her house and she'll pick up her cat Icky and she like half picks him up upside down and he'll like pretend to push away from her, but he's like all into it. So he's just like, no, mother, stop. There's people here, but also hold me.
Isn't that like your husband? Like, no, stop complimenting me, and then I deleted it and just bring it back.
He's like, no, please stop. Don't compliment me. And it's like deletes. Why did you delete it?
I took you at face value.
You said something once about how like Scorpios like to be showed off, but they don't like people to know that they like to be showed off. And that is so real.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, Cliff, can you retweet this thing that I did? I'll be like, I'm not subtle.
I need it.
I'm trying to get better about it. Sometimes I'll just be like, hey, can you guys retweet this? But if it's like a picture of me or something, I like will just be like, oh, haha, you want to see a picture?
Hey, you want to see this like no big deal, love me. So
then there's me like, I felt really cute in this picture, or like I will post selfies of myself that the caption is because I'm vain. Like I'm just like, at least I own it
because I'm full of myself, egocentric today. Who thinks that like I agree with Chrissy, literally the bottomless trash bin kind of people. So I had a subscriber who thought it was okay to, on one of my videos where I'm talking about tropes and stuff, just to tell me how like he was like, damn, you're hot. And I was like, yeah, my husband thinks so too. And it's like, I don't need you to tell me that I'm hot. Thank you. And he was like, oh, I just thought that he's like, I just thought that you'd like that. And I'm like, well, I didn't, because you're a stranger. And then he's like, so just tell me, but like, somewhere deep down, you really like, it made you feel good, right? And I'm like, no, you just annoyed me because I don't need your approval. And he was just like, oh. I'm like,
the thing is like, you can think this, it's totally fine, but do you need to say it out loud? Like, would you go up to a stranger in the grocery store and go, damn, you're hot? And if you would.
You would.
Like, and it's on a video.
If you would, how many restraining orders are against you? I want to know.
And it was like on a video that, it didn't even have anything to do with my looks or anything. It was a trope video. So I was talking about like writerly things and tropes. He has, of course, been blocked for other comments that he made. But
I know who this is.
Yep, I was going.
I know who this is.
He like came to one of my streams and he was.
Yeah, I know. I just put it together.
Those are the same people who are like, women actually like catcalling.
Yeah, we don't. No, there's deep down, it doesn't make me feel good because I am a very like confident bitch and like I know I'm hot. I don't need you to tell me. Fuck off.
Oh yeah, I remember him because I don't even remember this moment, but I just know it's this guy because he just seems like the type, and he was very strange in streams.
The idiots, the papow. Yes. Like, I will fight them. But look, I want to like put out there, I don't necessarily think it's better to fight them than to ignore them. I just get a weird adrenaline rush off of putting people in their place. I will admit that. It's part of my confrontational nature. I got to fight people.
No, I completely get it, because for me it was something that I had to learn to like don't respond. And sometimes I do occasionally because it's just like the quip is there and you just got to take it.
I think I'm
But
too Horse and too Virgo. It's just like one of my super things.
It's an Aquarius thing too, but it was one of the things over time that it just, you eventually have to like, okay, let it go. But you've seen, sometimes I do respond. I don't care. But eventually you just like it. For me, it's like, it's not the fact that they said something rude. It's not that the fact that your feelings are hurt, because usually it doesn't hurt my feelings. Like I've heard every mean thing you could say about me, Yeah, like I've heard it all. Like, you can't really hurt my feelings. It's more the fact that I have such a good response, and I don't want it to go to waste.
It's like, yes, I know how to own you, bitch.
Right, I have the perfect response, and I don't want it to go to waste. And then I'll be like, Cliff, should I say this? And he'll be like, oh, if you say this, then that might start blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're right. Then I'll just type it out and then delete it. And like, okay, I'll show you guys. I'm like, this is what I was gonna say. But it's like, I'd say 75% of the time I don't respond, and 25% of the time it's like, it's just too good, and it's like, okay.
So Fox just DM'd me, and he's like, you do! First time he's DM'd me in like a half hour, and it's just to call me out on being a fighter. I feel like I'm gonna, after my novels are published and stuff, I'm just gonna be known for that. I'm just gonna be known for being a bitch, and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with this in life.
Jessica, block them. You can block their comments.
See, this person, like, I would just block, because there's like problematic trolls and who are like harmful trolls. Like, I have a video that I made for Black Lives Matter called Not Enough, and I get a lot of like what looks like neo-Nazis that comment, and I just block all of those ones. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, nobody needs you in. But
you can also leave specific words so that if they comment with that word,
that's the thing, they're not using problematic words. They're actually kind of doing it in a like sneaky way. But at first I didn't get it, but after a while I did, and so I was like, I see what's going on here.
Yeah, I recently had my assistant add the problematic words to the, so it immediately blocks those comments, just like slurs and things like that. I was like, okay, yeah, let's just nip this in the bud, because I don't have the patience or, tolerance for this shit. It's like, let's just get these people so they're not even showing up in the comments, because it's like bottom feeders.
Yeah.
I just love Jessica's attitude here. It's like, I have eyes. I know I'm overweight. I don't need you to tell me these things. How important do you think you are? Like,
they think they're so important. These people think their opinions are the only opinions in the world, and it's like, opinions are like assholes. They're all shitty. We all got them.
So, see, like, these are the kind of things where I would, like, delete it on my own stuff, but I would, like, fight it on my friend's stuff. I'd be like, excuse me.
You're not concerned.
You're allowed an opinion.
You're not concerned. You're just trying to make it sound like you are,
Beautiful. And both Tamara and Jessica are beautiful people.
I hate people.
But
I love puppies. I love puppies.
We love a queen blocking bitches.
When I first got started, my thing was guys telling me that they knew I was fake cussing. I wasn't real. There's real cussing and there's fake cussing. And I was fake cussing. They could tell because I wasn't putting the cuss words in the right places in the sentence. So they were teaching me how cussing is not ladylike and it's not attractive. What are they going to spank to if I'm cussing about? So that's what I would get a lot. And it's like, do you think that I am making these videos to be attractive for you? Short answer, yes. That's what they think I make these videos for, is to be attractive for them, because they are fucking middle-aged white men. and that's
Like,
how they
sir,
feel about the world.
it's like, sir, let me tell you a secret. I'm married. I had 3 children in 5 years. You really think I have even a modicum of attraction to anyone that's not my husband? You're wrong, bitch. You're wrong.
Yeah, I don't, it's like, I don't even have words. It's like, I'm fake cussing, guys. When I say fuck, it's not the real fuck, it's a knockoff fuck. It's the, you know, it's not the Gucci, it's the schmoochie. So
Yeah.
apparently, guys, I'm faking it. I'm faking it for attention. No one gives attention just because you say fuck. Like, it's a normal ass, you know what? I gotta stop.
So I have seen people who fake cuss. It's like they're trying to be edgier or cool, but they're normally younger than 15.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
it's usually just very obvious that they like, you know, have just learned a lot of cuss words and they're trying to be
went to the fucking grocery store and I got myself a fucking, you know.
Let me see, I fucking went to the bitch ass
What's it
grocery store
called?
and I got a motherfucker bastard ice
Capri
cream.
Sun, fuck.
Yeah.
So I got a monster. And it's just like they'll grow out of it because they're kids, but I don't really think any adults are gonna fake cuss out here. So
It's like, maybe this is just how I talk, and if you know you're not comfortable with it, you don't have to watch my videos. That's the thing. When people complain, it's like there's a stop button, and there's also a click out of YouTube button. You know what I mean? Like, just leave.
Matt said you
Yeah.
actually say bleep, and then you dub over
Bleep. Please,
and then I went to bleep. Fuck.
Hi, baby. Where are you going? Butters is all riled up because she's
Don't
already.
think I'm attractive. That's the point. I
Right.
was trying to look down.
I'm not trying to attract you, bitch. Right? Fake cussing. Guys, did you know that fake cussing is a thing for adult women? Hi, Bubbles. That's your daddy. She's so
Adult
excited.
women don't know how to cuss. We just
He was teaching me how I was putting the cuss words in the wrong spot. Hi. Do you need anything?
What would we do?
really?
without-
Hold on, that really fucking grinds my gears because you know one of the best things about the word fuck, you can put it anywhere in a sentence and it
Comma
works.
in a word form.
It's just like it's duct tape.
It's versatile.
Yeah. No, but he was a smart penis, so he had a lot to teach me because what do I know? I am just a dumb 5-year-old fetus woman. So.
Yep.
Yeah. What do I know? Now he's hoping I'll suck his dick because he taught me so much wisdom. Oh, thank you
Taught
so
me
much.
cuss words? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Right. Show me your man. Yeah.
Under the clear kind, sir, that you have taught me the filthiest of language, and that is
Oh my-
therapy.
Now I'm thinking about the guy who was like asked to be my mentor, and he had one book out that he drew the cover, and it looked like the cover of a early 90s metal mixtape.
Oh
Like
my
it was
God.
like Jesus on a cross with the Grim Reaper.
What?
And that was his book cover, and he drew it, and he was like, I want to be your mentor. And at this point I was like doing pretty okay as an author, but he wants to be my mentor and teach me. He was a smart penis. He wanted to teach me how to be a real writer and all this stuff. He's like, I have so much to teach you. And then I was like, no, I'm good. And he sent me a video of him doing push-ups.
What?
To convince me to like let him be my mentor. Keep in mind, this was like a 60-year-old man, which is like not age shaming.
To be an author, I need to know what physical regimen I'm missing out on to be a
That's
successful
the problem. I'm not doing enough push-ups. That's why I'm not famous yet.
at the
Yeah,
top.
he's
It's not
he
that
said
you know we haven't finished our manuscripts. It's that
we
we're
got to the push.
Yeah, it's that we haven't done enough push-ups.
Yeah, he sent me that, and I don't know if I blocked him or if he just got the hint and fucked off. I feel like that can't be true. But yeah, he was just crazy, and he was like, I don't know what you want from me. I read your book. Like, that was like, okay, that's all it takes. You read my book, please let me suck your dick and be my mentor. Yeah. And he was like, I read your book, but like, let me teach you how to be an author, like a real successful author. And I'm like, you've never sold any copies of your book, and I'm supporting myself offline. I don't know what you want from me.
Sir.
I mean, I do know what you want from me, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that was that.
A weird trend when I first started my author my still baby sized platform.
Mhm.
And I would get a lot of messages from men in Italy who were like in their 40s and 50s who were very obviously attempting to flirt with me and just sucking at it. I
Yeah.
even had like this one dude who said something. This is like my response 80% of the time when any guy calls me attractive, and I'm just like, my husband thinks so too. And so he was like, oh, I don't want to cause problems between you and your husband. And I'm like, why do you think you would be able to? I literally asked him, why do you think you'd be able to cause problems between me and my husband? And he's like, well, no, I don't want there to be any like issues because of me. And I'm like, why do you think you're that important? I would not let him go because I was like, sir, I think you're confused. You contacted me and said hello on my professional Facebook. I don't know what you thought you were going to get out of this, but it wasn't what you.
Yeah.
No, he thinks that you're gonna get in trouble because another man is attracted to you, and it's like, sorry, I didn't marry a fucking piece of shit.
I married a Scorpio, whom is all like, you should wear the short shorts to the beach so everyone knows my woman's got an ass. And I'm like, it's windy. I'm wearing pants. So
I just delete them all. There's this one guy, I should just block him, but I wanted to know how long he keeps it up. He's been messaging me, how are you, like every day for like 3 days.
To be
like
fair,
no punctuation even, just how are you? I'm like, Jimmy, give it a rest, you know?
I too would allow the social experiment to go on. Just like, how long is it going to take for me to ignore you, for you to stop?
Right.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever asked you to if they could buy your underwear?
Not yet, but I look forward to when I reach that level of success.
Yeah, that'll be like a marker. I'll know I've made it.
6-day wear. That's what he requested.
6 days specifically.
Yes.
Not a week.
No,
6 days.
That's too much.
Because you rest on Sundays.
You bathe on Sundays.
Yeah.
You wash your jingle jangle on Sundays. Yeah, but to be fair, he was super polite about it. He was like, I know this is an odd request and it'll be confidential. He was really nice about it. Let it be known I didn't respond and I did not send him 6-day underwear. I don't think I could make that work.
This is the other level of success I want to be.
Similar topic. When I was back in modeling, a lot of models are tall and slender, and I am 5'9", and I would get a lot of requests on my modeling page asking if I could walk on their back in heels or if I could wear heels and smash bugs.
Whoa, that's a specific fetish right there.
Apparently it's very popular. There was an SNL skit about it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is more. I know it's popular now, but at the time when I first got the message, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I learned it's a fetish, specifically for like tall Amazonian women. Guys want to be walked on in heels. I again did not accept or respond, but yeah, that when smashing bugs in heels, like,
I feel like, I don't know, for some reason the walking on thing makes more sense to me than the smashing bugs.
I agree, because at least that's physical contact. The bugs,
yeah, and that's like some kind of power play, but like the smashing bugs is
gross. Just weird. Chrissy got a point. I could do a boudoir OnlyFans.
Yeah, you could. You got the pictures.
Mm-hmm. Also, if anybody lives in my area, Chrissy's doing photo shoots. $150. You get up to 30 photos. 1 to 2 hour session. That's all.
Butters wants a boudoir, a butterwar photo shoot.
Dude, Chrissy would be down to photograph your dog. Trust me, she loves animals.
Yeah, we can put you in a little lacy camisole. You'd be so beautiful.
Just send them an invoice for having to read it. I had to read your dirty request. Here's $10. That's
Oh yeah, just the shit. I'm not trying to kink shame. It's just that there are websites where you can get this shit. Go to the people who are willing to do it. Don't just contact a strange person on the internet.
And make a living doing that. Go to them. I see though. This does make a difference in appearance.
I have web toes too. I didn't know that was abnormal, but apparently it is.
How webbed?
I mean, I thought that's just like there's like skin here. Like, isn't that what a webbing is? Are my fingers webbed? Maybe I just have normal toes, but they just felt like
So no, like this would
Like
be
a mer person?
normal. And like web toes are usually when like two of the toes are kind of like my sister has some web toes and two of her toes are together at this point. And
Okay.
then I had another friend who had web toes where it's just where this part comes up higher.
Okay, then I have a couple web toes on each toe. Yeah.
Mine are normal.
I'm
looking at them right now.
Don't put it on camera, Sophie. We'll have
I
to charge.
absolutely won't. That's not free.
Chrissy wants to photograph you, Butters.
Know your worth.
Butters says she wants to be in a Butterwar photo shoot. Yes.
I support that.
She'd be so
Screw cyber. Jenna's a mermaid. She could be a cybernetic mermaid.
Yeah.
Could have waterproof metal. It's
Yeah.
a thing.
A Merborg.
Merborg.
Chris is considering changing his author pen name from Caballero to Cavalera. And I'm like, tell me why. What's the difference in medium? And he was like, what? And I'm like, I mean meaning. Damn it. You married a dyslexic woman. You're supposed to just understand me. So apparently because Calavera means skull and just prettier. So he's like, he wants to be Chris Cavalera instead of Chris Caballero. And I'm like, I can dig it.
I like that. Jessica says that they'll pay extra for my feet, so maybe I'll get into this. Like, fuck writing books. I'll just fucking take pictures of my big ass feet with my web ass toes. Shit, that's
Crush
the
some
money. Crush some bugs. Yeah, that's not that hard. I don't like bugs. I'll step on them. I can do it, right, Butters?
Yeah. See, I agree. A lot of fetish people. They know that they're like.
They know
to non-fetish people, so they're like, I gotta be like extra polite and everything. But then like the non-fetish people, yeah, we're still streaming. I was gonna wrap up.
Yeah, we're still streaming. We're just talking about fetishes.
It's
like
the kids need to go to bed soon. So
like the fetish guy with the 6-day wear underwear. I'm like, I'm not going to send him my underwear, but I appreciated that message more than the guy who sent me the video of him doing the push-ups, because the push-up guy was a fucking dick, and 6-day wear underwear guy was like, I know this is strange, but I will compensate you highly for your underwear. And it, like, at least it was weird, but at least he was nice about it. And I almost feel bad. I'm not making fun of him. Like, it's just kind of like, there are websites. Like, go to the website, get do that.
Chris wanted to know what everybody thought. Jenna liked the change. She thought Cavallero was like skull.
Yeah, I like it too.
I told him to wait a minute because you were talking, and he like fake threw a chair and walked away from me. Such a Scorpio. So caballero actually means like knight or cowboy-ish thing, because in like from, if I remember right, the concept of a knight and cowboy is really, really similar in whatever culture the word originally comes from. It comes from horse. Yeah, they ride horses. So knights and cowboys ride horses. So that's... See, I was on the same line. I just couldn't remember the connection. I wasn't wrong. I just wasn't specific enough. So that's why caballero can mean knight or cowboy, because it's basically just the person who rides horses. So Chris was going with caballero more for the knight aspect of it than cowboy. But
okay, sorry. Caitlin, if you see my face right now, it's because I'm looking at Cyborg Central. That's all.
Now I have to look. We all have to... Oh, I see. Oh, it's so pretty.
I know. I'm dying. Butters is...
I love how she has titty out but doesn't have titty out. I'm like, it's such a tasteful amount of titty.
I'm getting kiss attacks on.
That's what happens when you have a demisexual best friend. They're describing a tasteful titty.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fucking die, but in a good way, like a happy death.
Right? Like there's a lot of people like to shade or mock it or everything, but I'm like, bitch, if you getting money, get your money. I don't care how you do it.
Right. That was my thing. It wasn't even that because he was nice about it. It was just kind of like, just go to the proper place.
Yeah, that's not the kind of modeling you did.
Right.
So
Go to the proper place. Right, Bubba's? Butters is just staring at me. Hello, mother. Hello.
see,
I would like to be
the fetish people are also usually very consensual too. So they're like,
Right.
oh, not into it? Okay, excuse me. So, whereas like non-fetish people are just like, here's my dick, and you're like, what the fuck?
Right? Yeah.
Be gone.
Butters is just staring at me now. Hello.
I'm not 100% certain what this is responding to, but I laughed anyway. So
Will it be a happy ending, Butters? She's like, I don't know. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I just like to be rubbed. Okay. I'll rub you. I'll rub you. You sweet little girl.
all right, so my children do have school tomorrow, which means I can't just let them run around and
You can't? That's not part of the
chaos.
deal?
That's the word I was looking for. I'm like, there's a word.
Okay. Go. Sophie. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry,
Audrey,
I tuned out for a sec.
Audrey, as much as I appreciate it, I know I'm correct because my husband is Nicaraguan and Spanish is his parents' native language. So, and he came out here to make sure that I was right. So, I've got.
That's sweet though.
But
It's sweet, but it's also like I've got the source. Yeah, I've got the source.
Because it actually, he used to use Caballero on a roleplay website that we were both part of because it like we had two different accounts for various reasons, and his main account was Night of Roses, and then his secondary account was Caballero Roses. I forgot the Spanish word for roses, which might just be roses, but oh well. And so it was basically just Night of Roses in Spanish. And then years later, he's like, technically it also means cowboy. And I was like, oh, why? I'm like, those two things don't seem. And he's like, because of the horses. And I'm like, oh, I got it.
The only like knight word I know is Principe Azul, which is knight in shining armor. But it just means blueprints. I mean, it translates to blueprints, but they use it as knight in shining armor. So I'm always like, oh, you're my Principe Azul. And then I'll try and teach Cliff how to say it, and he's just like very white about it. Principe Azul.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes I'll say some words in Spanish that Chris will like laugh at how I pronounce them, but then his mom will be like, yeah, that was fine. And I'm like, see, your mother who speaks it natively said it's fine. It's your second language right now. But I'm only like that to him because he's my. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Caballero de Rosa. That is what it was.
Butters is thoroughly licking my fingers. She has decided my fingers need to be clean. So I'm just gonna sit here and let her.
See, I can be lenient with my kids because like they have phones that they can connect to the internet, and like they don't have phone numbers, just the ability to connect to the internet. And I have the Google Family thing, so it's set to turn to bedtime is at 10. So sometimes when I'm in bed because I don't feel good, they'll come downstairs and they'll be like, "Mom, it's bedtime," and I'm like, "I'm coming, tiny gatekeeper." They get very upset if I'm not upstairs to put them to bed at bedtime.
Butters, how would you be? How would you be? You'd be okay. She's like, I would just run.
Phoebe's very distracted by Sophie looking off into the distance while balancing her head on her hand like a fucking model. Yes, it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, so we should wrap up.
All right.
Sorry, go ahead and say your outros. I'm like burping like crazy now.
Wait, who? The Butters? Is Butters outro?
Butters
I had like
first.
7 burps in a row. I was like, my God, is it gonna end?
Hello, my name is Jenna, and this is Buttercup. She is a tiny dog, and she joins me on my channel, Writing with Jenna Moreci. And Buttercup, that's not the channel. The channel is just Writing with Jenna Moreci, but she joins me. I make videos about, okay. I make videos about the writing industry. I make videos about tropes. I make videos about crazy other things. And I give lots of dick jokes, and I use foul language, and then sometimes middle-aged men like to correct me because they suck. You can also buy my books. The Savior Sister and The Savior's Champion. They are part of the Savior series. It is a #1 best-selling series. It's a dark fantasy romance series, and it's amazing and wonderful, and it was voted, or this particular book in this one right here was voted one of the best books of all time by Book Depository. So you should be following me because I'm awesome and I got a cute dog. And she's wonderful, isn't she? Okay, that's it.
All right.
Fox, before Sophie
go
goes,
ahead.
Fox is teasing me about being confrontational but again, and I'm like, yes, I am. I do. I have a problem and I'm unrepentant. And he's like, you both of these are so endlessly true.
All right. Shall I go?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm Sophie Lina B. I'm a writer and an illustrator. I'm currently working on my debut novel, which is an illustrated young adult fantasy romance called The Rebel Bard. My main platform is Instagram, where I post art and map making related stuff, and also writing updates. I'm currently hosting an Instagram challenge for romance writers called Romance Writer February. I forgot what it was called for a second. And it's just like a list of romance related writing prompts. There's a hashtag which you can look through and find other romance writers. And, you know, if you post in the hashtag, other romance writers will see your posts. It's a great marketing opportunity. So you should definitely participate if you're into that. I think my Instagram should be linked down below. So
If you're
Yeah.
poor, have no money to market, do so.
yeah. Or even if you have money to market, get all the free marketing you can.
I have money to market and I'm still doing it, right, Butters?
Yeah.
Butters is doing it too. Through
Butters
my
is. She's
I
the star.
will-
yes.
I will actually add a, excuse me while I stall, because I'm looking for Sophie on Instagram. Do.
I think it's Sophie Lina B.
It is.
So I found her. I'm finding the post.
I know things. I'm smart.
I know all of my regulars' names and such by heart now because I type them in so frequently when in my like schedule and all of the descriptions and the titles and everything. But either way,
I could not because I just have it saved in a document. So I don't know.
well, like I just copy paste my video descriptions and then I'm like with guest and I delete the last guest name and then put the new one in. Sometimes I will do it in the title and I'll switch everybody's things, but then Fox will be like, your description isn't right. And we're like,
Oh, no.
motherfucker, that first paragraph, always. So yeah, right there. There's
Yeah, check it out.
I will also add it in the video description after I go off the thing. So I am Samantha L. Nasset. I'm writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. I do videos on Wednesdays, which I recorded this week's video this morning.
Yay!
So definitely we'll have one this week. And I host these live streams on Mondays. Normally they're write-ins. Today I needed a break from life, and these are two of my favorite people, so we were shooting the shit. You can also follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, whichever social media is your poison. Down below, sign up for the newsletter. Learn things, know things, stay up to date. Also, I have a Ko-fi if you want to tip me and give me money or just stalk me on Ko-fi. Whichever. And I think I covered everything. My Aries bestie will let me know if I didn't. So
Like the stream.
thank you all. Yes,
Mm.
like the stream.
I like
Thank
the
you all.
stream.
And worship Buttercup.
And yeah,